Good evening, folks. Welcome to another hopefully glorious weekend live. We'll see how glorious it really is, but it is what it is. So, greetings, one and all. Hope everybody has a good week. Let me get right down to the nitty gritty here. Find my chats. Yeah, looks like Matt is live over on that side. Looks like somebody got a reactive outdoors tent, I think. That tent has been going around a lot. I have been seeing it everywhere. Greetings, Jason. Greetings, Molly. How's it going, Grace? Good to see you guys and gals. I was looking for my little YouTube live here so I can at least pop out the chat, though I don't know how good it'll be. Gotta mute myself. Give myself a thumbs up. Ugh, I'm tired today. It's been a long few days. Weather outside is iffy, so I don't know what it's going to do. Also have this today. Came in the mail today, actually, surprisingly. Should have came in the mail last week, but I swear these guys are getting slower and slower each week. Every time there's a holiday at the beginning of the month, it throws it back a few days. So I always get these things later than I'm supposed to. Used to get them on the 5th. Now I get them on this time. But we do got an unboxing tonight, so there's that. I am trying to just find stuff that I'm like disorganized like completely today. It's just been a stressful week for me, to say the least. Apologies if I seem out of sorts tonight. Regardless of whatever my case is, I will go live no matter what. Unless I'm stuck at work, in which case I'll probably do a quick short for you guys just so you know that I'm at work. But other than that, I will try to go live every Saturday as possible, so I don't have people freaking out thinking that I died. I think I got everything squared away now. Hopefully no one will send me dirty pictures today, but it's my live stream, so of course everyone will send me stuff. But other than that, how's everybody's weekend going? Who here gives two shits about FIFA or freaking UFC fighting? Evening, Colin. How's it going? Because I'll tell you right now, I sure as hell don't. FIFA World Cup can suck it. Soccer's boring as shit. UFC, I wanted to watch that. I'll just go outside and throw a chair at somebody and see what happens. And my camera's now going to be funny today, so that's going to be awesome. Evening, Jenny. Good evening, Jenny, Mekis, and Ian. Let me fix my camera real quick. It just decides it wants to be weird today. There we go. Hopefully it'll stay cooperational today. I will have a beverage tonight, as always. Might have two. Well, I can only have two because that's all I have for. I think. Yeah. Another hot one as well, by the way. So we were. Bean skin. We got two, I believe, 88 today. Wow, it's supposed to drop in like 20 minutes. The temp's supposed to just crash out today. Stand corrected. We got to 97 today. Ooh, Wednesday is still looking to be 101 next week. So triple digits next week for me, which that's going to be an interesting one. Other than that, the weather's decent. Oh, sorry. Oh, I was doing fine until like 2 minutes ago. Chicken and steak, still fairly decent. Steak is still ground beef is still on the expensive side, anywhere between $5 and $10 a pound, depending on what variety you're getting, version or gradient. Chicken's just slightly cheaper. And, well, none of us here are going to talk about the gas because no matter where you go, that shit's expensive. So, some of us are barely struggling just to buy gas. But anywho's, that aside, just wanted to get that out of the way real quick. I have, there we go, small amount of updatage aside from Thursday's original update video. I am now up to 7 or 8 tomato plants. I had a couple more pop up last day, apparently today. I had like 2 more pop up. Actually, sorry, no, 4 more pop up. Because what did I have? I had 4 in there to begin with, 5 maybe. So not, yeah, I got a bunch now. I didn't exactly 100% count them. I just kind of looked at them, looked over them, and I watered. Then I saw a couple of more. Some of them were the way they grew together. So I thought it was 1. So the cluster in the middle of my pot is actually 3. I kind of separated them out so I can see them better. Probably another couple of days, probably next week or, yeah, next week or so, I will probably separate them and put them in their own little pots or in a permanent place for them. I have not figured out exactly where I want to put them because currently at the moment I don't exactly have a free planter where I'd like them. Everything else technically has a designated plant or a set of plants that's supposed to go in it. I just haven't quite gotten there. There's that, and then nothing on my hot peppers. Still, even after the update, and then also nothing on the bell peppers. Nothing on the other set of hot peppers. Potatoes doing pretty good. They're just about pushed up through the top of the hay covering now. I was checking on them earlier. So those guys are doing pretty decent. Apparently I also have about 6 more large yellows to plant somewhere. I just don't know exactly where I'm going to stick them. I have like 4 planters with potatoes. I've been planting potatoes everywhere in my yard, trying to find a spot where they'll grow really well. Once I figure out what I'm doing with that and where to put them, I will continue to put them there just so I can get myself a better yield of potatoes. I don't know why I want to grow potatoes, even though I love potatoes. I just don't eat a lot of potatoes here at my house just because I don't have time to cook them. But if I was using my own homemade potatoes, I could make my own homemade mashed potatoes. I could do whatever I want. Cut them super thin, deep fry, make myself chips. Finally give me a reason to actually start making some hot chili powder seasoning again. Get that going. Colin's still hoping for more tomatoes from the clone. That's nice. I hope you get a decent amount. My survivor plant or recovered tomato plant is doing well. I got to water it more frequently, unfortunately. I've been watering it every about 2 to 3 days, which probably shouldn't be doing. Sorry, I feel like something's on my face. It feels like I'm covered in spider webs or something. I don't know why. But yeah, my free tomato plant is doing really well. It's got a bunch of leaf growth on it, which I'm super happy about. Let's see. All the rest of the peppers that I purchased are doing fantastic. I do at some point still need to separate my habaneros into separate planters, but I will just do that whenever I have the time. Good Lord, I'm sorry, folks. I was doing fine literally until I started the minute I started the live, I started yawning, which means I might actually have to just start beveraging early just so I can keep myself awake. And yes, I did eat. I had 3 flavors of melted cheese, flat deep fried triangles of corn, and some beans and chili. So there's that. I'm also trying to drink some freaking fruit punch over here to wake myself up. I did want to try out my energy powder mix that I got from Four Patriots. And I think, oh, you guys can't see it from there. Yeah, no, you guys can't see it. Hey, CR, how's it going? You can't. Oh, this box right here. I think that's where my powdered drink mix is at. I think it's in there. I still got a whole bunch of these. I still got 12 more after this, so I have 17 of these currently. I do have this amount of peppers that I've been saving and drying. These are just chilling in here. They should all be good. I'll have to go through and blow them out just to get all the funny stuff out, like the leaf particles. Oh, shit. See, look at that. I had one that's actually got seeds in it, so I know these are viable. Oh, yeah, speaking of viable, I was doing a random test, a germination test on some seeds that I was pulling off of one of my plants. I took one of the seed pods from daikon radish. I have one of my brown planters that I recently purchased. Filled it with water because I was doing, I don't know what I was doing or why I filled it with water. Oh, it's because I didn't want it to blow away because it was super windy the other day. So filled it with water, and I threw about 1 pod's worth of seeds, which was like 7 or 8 seeds, germinated within 3 days in just straight solid water. They're still in there. At the bottom of the pot, I have 2 of them that floated atop. They're now floating around the rim, but they have little tails, and each one of them seeds has the starter leaves, the little heart-shaped leaves coming off both sides on every one of them, even the ones at the absolute bottom of the pot, which to me is insane. I know hydroponics is supposed to work that way, but I wasn't expecting my seeds to grow while being completely drowned. So that one's a new one on me, but yes, those seeds, all of them that I threw in there germinated, every last one. So I know my seeds germination rate this year is good on those. Yes, you do. So that test just kind of threw me off. I'm almost half tempted to just get a little tray of water, throw about 40 seeds in there, wait till they pop up, and then just start planting them manually. Stick a little hole, poke them in there, drop them down, see what happens. Hopefully they grow the right way, because, you can never tell on those particular seeds where the tail's going to come out or the tap roots. You absolutely never know where they're going to come from. Beans, you usually kind of have a general idea, as long as you don't plant the bean sideways. Or, well, here's more specifically, since I have beans over here, I can show you the exact way to not plant them. So probably the best one I have in here is an example. And yes, I can verify this for a fact that this is not how you plant them. So, standard pinto bean, their two halves, and the stem for where it grows in the pod. This section is, you do not want to plant your bean that way down. So the little, I guess you would call it an eye. So the eye of your bean, you never plant that down. You can plant it up or any version of side to side, because the meat of the bean, this is going to sound weird when I say it, but basically once the stuff is wet, they turn into flaps. So each side turns into a flap. That's the part that opens up, and then you have the top part that comes out with leaves. You will always see the bean part itself come with the stem as it pops out. For those of you who grow beans, you should know exactly what I'm talking about. You shouldn't have too much trouble visualizing. So you can plant it this way, you can plant it this way, you can plant it the other way around. Just never plant it with the eye side down. It won't work. It will not. It'll work, but you're causing your bean to struggle more trying to right itself up, or turn itself right side up so it can grow the way it's supposed to. I don't particularly know how they do these in mass production fields, if they just broad plant them or whatnot. I really don't know. I don't do research onto that because I don't have a commercial grade property to do that quality of growth on my in my region. So I just kind of go with what I have. This season I've been struggling with beans. I've been struggling with peppers. By now my jalapenos, I usually have a couple dozen plants. Yeah, with sunflowers, I'm not 100% on that one, which makes it easier if you plant them sideways, point side down, or point side up. I should test that out one of these days. Thank you for that, CR. That seems like an interesting test to see which way works better. I got plenty of glass jars I can test it out with. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, frog beans. Yeah, see, that's the thing, though, with the sunflowers. I never actually pay attention to how the sunflowers come up, because usually when the sunflower comes up, it either A, is stuck to the shell, or B, it's not. And I never really pay attention to when they pop out, because they come out quick. Like, they start off, and they just come out quick. And usually within a couple of days, they've already got their set of true leaves, and they're already starting to go. Yeah, the strong stem usually does mean better plant, but the problem is with a lot of plants is you have to plant the seed a certain way. Otherwise, it takes too long for the plant to, or it basically wastes too much energy trying to correct its orientation, and then it doesn't necessarily always grow. So again, this is what I was talking about beans. I don't know how they do beans in a mass production setting. I don't know if they just row those things in there like 1 inch apart, how they do that. If they specifically have a machine that sets them in there a certain way, I don't know. It is information I cannot answer. I could probably attain the answers, but that would require me actually either doing research, which I hate doing, or actually going down to a place where they have the structural setup, machinery and whatnot to get something like that started. And same thing with harvesting. I don't know if I mentioned this last week. I was thinking, I think I did ask it because I wanted to know how people harvest seeds for a lot of stuff, say for like radishes and beans. Beans are fairly easy. You just kind of split the pod or wait till they dry, and then you can just like give them a little bit of a whack, and they kind of pop open, and then beans usually fall out. But when it comes to other varieties, uh, like lettuce, for instance, I know that's an easy one. Once you start seeing the seed pods or you start seeing the black of the seed itself for the lettuce, you can start manually harvesting each little pod. Easiest way for me is usually because they still have those little white hair tufts or the flower fronds on the top of them. I usually just kind of go in there like this with a hook, just kind of pinch them in there and just pull them right out of the flower pod or the flower cone, and then just drop them in somewhere. I'm assuming that's how everybody else does it. Question mark, exclamation point, upside down, smiley face. I don't know. Now, I do got an odd question here for anybody for the 4 people that are in here watching me. Don't know where all of my gardeners are at. Is beets. I've grown them once, didn't realize it was a beet. I thought it was a freaking turnip. Even though technically a turnip is basically just a giant radish. It's like a radish mixed with a potato. But I never let that go to seed because I pulled it out thinking it was lettuce. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And I pulled it out and I was like, But do those send out seeds like your standard lettuce, or do they do it like radishes? Because I've never actually done like either a turnip or a beet from start to finish. Shut up, freaking air conditioner, making all kinds of noise back there, driving me nuts. So I'm just wondering. Got lots of questions for things that I usually don't grow, and some things that I do grow. Because again, the same thing with the radish pods. Radish pods are nice and hard, but again, it's the hard outer case, and then you've got that like fine, almost like foam style core to it that house the seed pods or that house the seeds. The only way I know to do it is just to crush them and just kind of roll them in, either crush them by hand like you're sprinkling dirt, or that's really how I do them. I just do them one at a time, usually wearing some gloves so I can get a good grip on crunching them. And then I'll just pile it all into a little pot or a tray, and I'll use a little fan or whatnot to blow out the chaff, I guess you can call it. So it gets me nothing but the seeds, and then that stuff's lightweight. It's way lighter than the seeds, so usually just give it a light. I wouldn't recommend blowing on it via the mouth, because if you blow too hard, you're going to blow your seeds out as well. I would recommend like a good fan, and then just kind of letting it go in front of it and just kind of shaking the container till you get most of everything out. And then after that, you can kind of either go through and pick up. Hey, Deb, how's it going? Good to see you tonight. I know you were here and gone quick on Wednesday because you had something to do. Hope that went well. Or no, you were cooking for a friend, if I'm not mistaken. But have you gotten a new batch of little piggies yet? Or little cluckers, little baby cluckers? Have you gotten some new ones? Or are you still on the same batch? I am curious. It's always good to hear little updates for the little quackers, the little cluckers, the mother cluckers. Oh yeah, they definitely. Yeah, if you. Hey Tuck, good to see you. How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, that's radishes. That's why I was wondering, Grace, because I mean I know radishes will do the same thing. If you leave radishes in too long, they get that weird. They just start tasting woody, kind of like not so great. Yeah, I did see that CR. That was an interesting idea. I hope that actually pans out. Honestly, I do. I really hope that test actually works out really good for you. I've never tried it myself. I know the hay. I know a hay box, but that's usually where you store hay or you just kind of throw loose hay in there. But do be wary that when you do things like that, you potentially invite rodents to nest. Okay, see you in a bit. I just don't know how much of an issue you have over there with rodents. CR is cheating. Cheating! 3 weeks behind, he's cheating. Ooh, coffee. Coffee time. Colin. Sorry, Colin. My brain is elsewhere today. Uh, Colin likes coffee. He's probably drinking coffee with his dinner right now. Coffee with his dinner. Dinner with his crack. Somewhere in his house. There's a cat whose name's Mac. Sorry. I told you my brain is. I'm a little weird today. So it's a good thing I can understand non punctuated sentences. Because that means no, comma, milk at the moment, then coffee. I would just leave it on there. If it gets too hot, at least it'll be insulated from the heat. Keep your plant from frying, which is always a plus. So let's see what other updates I have. Oh yeah, so super happy that I got the plant thief, my plant stealer, or the plant murderer. What did I put? I don't even remember the title I put on there. Plant stealer down, I think is what I took. I don't know about just today. Well, that's good that they don't eat your plants, Tuck, because I've been having issues with a curly tail over here munching my plants. And squirrel's egg, green shitter's egg. So you got him too. I got mine, sent out a message saying, hey, I finally got this one. And then I was informed there's two of them. So now I got to wait to find the other little bastard and get that one. So hopefully I can catch it. My hair is being decent today. I was happy too. Sent out the picture to my old man and be like, I finally got him. And then the next morning I get a text message saying, yeah, we saw two. We saw two when we left. I had a really nice balloon, and then he just said boop, and that thing said poof. But it doesn't look like I'm losing any more of my plants at the currently, Because before with this one, he was coming in, my corn was popping up. It would get about this tall, and he would eat it down to the top of the dirt. And he did it 3 times. And then I redid that whole section by my tree, rebuilt it, put soil in there, actual dirt. I put like 4 inches of soil in there. Put more corn in there. Put like 15 pieces of corn. Only like 6 of them popped up. So corn's probably bad. So I think I'm just going to get whatever I have left and just straight. And the sad part is I forgot which batch was my winter corn because I keep moving my corn around. So I lost my winter corn batch. So now I have to find it again, or hopefully it's in the same. I think it's in the spot that I think it's in, because I have corn in like 4 different areas. Hey, Groundfog, good to see you. How's it going, brother? Oh no, mine are. This squirrel over here was like gnarly. Gnarly, not gnarly. Gnarly should not have a G if it's silent. Same with a lot of things. But yeah, no, he was eating my crops. He ate 2 of my squash plants. Like just straight ate all the leaves off and then half the stems. Like so mad. It was fine one day. I came back the next day and 85% one plant was gone and 50% of the other plant was gone. Well, he was a big squirrel. He was a heavy one. Told you he probably weighed about 2 pounds. A fat little turd. But yeah, he munched on my stuff. Munched on my mystery squash plant. That thing took off fast. I removed him with a very small amount of high velocity lead. Got him right in the spinal cord. He was not facing me, because if he would have seen me, he would have skedaddled. Yes, sir. Yeah, nice. Like I said, I got him right in the spine. So aside from the entry point, no exit. He did a backflip in between the mesh fence and the block wall of my neighbor. Wiggled around in there long enough. I figured, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go get another round, because I didn't get him on the first one, so I had to, do a secondary round. Went to go get that. He had crawled out of there, because the grid squares are like 3x3. Went about 2 feet to the left of where I was facing, and that was it. I didn't even need the second one. So I didn't have to give him the mercy shot. I was going to get him in the back here, but didn't need to. But when I went out there, he was as stiff as a board. What the heck? An iguana trying to get in. Iguana trying to get into your place. That's crazy. Well, I also didn't want to put too much information in that video, because I didn't want YouTube being like, oh, he's da-da-da-da-da-da, and I didn't want my video getting flagged. Oh, no, I don't even think it was the death rattle. I think what it was just the last bit of him screeching through the... Well, it wasn't even a screech. He didn't... And the funny thing is, I didn't even get helicopter tail. Nothing. It was just like an Olympic diver just kind of went backwards off the diving board and just landed in there and squiggled out. So, yeah, it was just the last bits of the neurons firing while he was still possibly doing whatever, and then that was it. But the way he was sitting, he was kind of sitting like a dog would sit, but like if the dog was like halfway down but not fully sitting or laying down. Like it's in between sitting upright and then laying down. So almost like that angle. And I think that's what got him. Because I think when it hit, it penetrated the spine and went inside, tore up inside, and then that was it. So that, yeah, I did. It was not, I wouldn't say it was painless, but it didn't suffer for more than 2-3 minutes, which I'm sorry that it did have to. I'm trying to shoot it through. I was trying to eliminate it. 22. My pellet rifle, my rifle. But yeah, I had to shoot it through a 4-inch gap in between a 6x6 post, a glass bird feeder, and a bungee cord. I'm actually surprised I hit it because I was standing on my tippy toes. I'm on the board, but technically that board's going to stay that way for the rest of the year because I doubt I'll get the second one. And if I do get the second one, that'll literally put me 2 for the entire year because I'll never see another one. I don't live in an area that's prone to mice and rats. Squirrels here and there, but honestly, I haven't started seeing squirrels until I started gardening more. That was the only time I started seeing them, is when I started gardening. Actually, to be honest, when I got my apple trees in those 2 blue pots in the back, that was when I started getting the squirrels. Because now I have fruit trees. So they were going after the fruit trees. So yeah, there was that. But happy that one's down. But yeah, going back to the mystery squash, which I believe is a rock melon. Oh no, it's not a rock melon. Rock melon's cantaloupe. I forgot the name of it. I ran across it. So funny thing is, so get this, I was at the dang store looking at melon seeds, and these little bastards somehow either contracted with or ended up getting seeds from the melons that I got from a Native American. Well, technically, I got the seeds from my dad's barber, who knows a native, who gave him like 4 melons, and my dad just happened to be there on a day when he had them, so he got one. They sell the damn seeds now at the damn store. I was looking at that. I was like, you got to be kidding me. They sell these now at the store? I was like, I thought this thing was like super, super rare and you couldn't get it unless you like knew somebody on a res. But it had that same green skin with the weird brown striping. Not unlike a cantaloupe or a watermelon, but the striping is offset. So yeah, it's kind of weird. But right now I have 2 melons growing. I was just out there. They are currently about this big each. Not very big around. I don't really have anything to compare roundness to. But again, not very big around, but they are about 3 to 4 inches long. I've got 2 of them, but that plant has about 20 of them on there, and it's like one or 2 plants, and it is just sprawling out everywhere. I'm trying to get it to grow up a trellis, so it creates a canopy on that way, so that like the melons can just kind of hang. Once they hang, I can put them in a bag or netting and just hang them and let them grow there, so they don't pull the vine, because those things get heavy. The one that I had originally last season that split open and the ants kind of ate the rest of it, I estimate that thing was about 5 pounds, give or take, just off that little melon. because it was like a solid inch and a half of just meat. Then you had the rind and then the internals, which was the seed pack. I still got more seeds from it. I had another one. I had nestled in between some rocks to let it dry out. I still have the seeds in that one, so I could always get. Yeah, my hair looks like shit today. God damn. It's almost long enough, folks. Almost long enough. Look at that. It's almost long enough to actually get into the top. I look like Jack Nicholson from freaking either Batman or what was that damn movie where he was anger management. Anger management. I look like him from anger management. And yes, that guy was, I think he was well fed. Yeah, so that squash plant or melon plant is going absolutely nuts. Struggled with it last year, but this year it's on a watering cycle, so it gets watered like twice a day, and it is going everywhere. It is like sprawled out in the empty spot. No, not the shining. It was anger management, where he's at that dude's apartment trying to help him with anger management. And then there was the one guy who had PTSD from World War whatever or Gulf War. Like he was making breakfast and he looked at his plate of eggs and he grabbed it and just threw it out the wall. Said, "I want it over easy." That one. But yeah, so melon plant going absolutely haywire. That thing is going everywhere. Again, trying to grow it up a trellis. Not having much luck because it grows up it, grabs onto it with little tendrils, its little grabbies, little octopus armies, and then like one part of it will start popping out through the mesh, and then it just starts hanging out and hanging. I have to go out there every 2 days to just like push them back in so it can go up. Otherwise, it's going to grow out and across, and then I won't have a walkway. No, but I've listened to the wolf howl in the Blueport Moon. Or sorry, wolf cry to the Blueport Moon. I also did ask a grinning bobcat why it grins. Yeah, aside from that, still struggling. I keep having to replant seeds on a lot of places. Had to redo carrots like twice. I don't know what happened the first time. Second time, I redid them. They're finally popping up, and it's been like 2 weeks, which is insane because I can usually get them to go in like 3 or 4 days. That one's struggling. I lost 2 batches of radishes so far. Seeds never germinated. I don't know what happened. So I got 2 pots that I got to redo. I finally got freaking thyme going. Oh my God, that stuff is a pain in the patukas to get germinated. I have 5 reddish hanging pots. They're designed as a hanging pot. They come with steel hardware and everything for hanging. I have watering lines on all of those locations because we used to have hanging pots in that spot before. So I got new pots because these ones are better. They don't biodegrade. You don't have to worry about the coconut core basket giving out and all your dirt falling out because those things get wet, they dry out, and that stuff shrinks, and then your dirt starts to pour out along with your water. So these are solid plastic, drain holes on the bottom, filled them up the way I needed to, put mulch on top of it. Did the first one with radishes, got that one over another pot that's like 2.5 feet tall. It's like a 2 foot, maybe 2.5 foot tall pot. Not very wide, but I put about 15 daikon radishes in there. Probably a bad idea. Probably a really bad idea. Because the pot's only like 10 inches wide. 10, maybe 12 inches wide. But it like kind of tapers down. So it's an interesting pot. But doing absolutely fantastic over there because the one above it, that gets the water for the radishes. That's good. Again, those are I put red globe radishes in one side. Those are doing great. I probably need to harvest them. Should be about time anyway. That drips down into the other planter, which gives water to those ones, and it's just a free water cycle. So those are going great. And I got them in both sections. I have radishes. Other sets already germinated after about 4 days. It started germinating. Now on the other side, on the west side, towards where the bird feeder's at, or where my white truck is at, I sprinkled a crud load of thyme into that pot and then covered it with mulch. And it is starting to look like a sea of green. Couple more days and I'm going to have so many little tiny plants, which are extremely hard to separate, by the way. But I will finally have time after 2 years of struggling to try to keep it alive on my property, after the 7-year plant that I kept alive because somebody decided to murder it. On accident, mind you. It was accident. But yeah, it's coming out. I'm super happy. I finally got thyme. I have oregano. I got to get my basil going, which I'm struggling with that as well. I'm going to have to do it in a different pot because where I have put the seeds, it's just not getting enough water because I have to go out there and water it manually every day. And sometimes I forget because I forget that I put seeds in that planter or that particular location. And the worst part is my whole goal this year is to try to get every one of my plastic planters full of something. Whether it be vegetables, herbs, peppers, something. I'm still in the process of doing it. It's just and the worst part is I got like 15, 20 more to do. Sorry, I'm like itchy today. But I'm working on it. I'm struggling. I'm getting there. I would have had more done this week, but I really didn't feel like working in 90-degree heat or 99-degree heat with a heat index of 110, 115. No, thank you. It's fine if there's cloud cover. It's not as bad. The UVs suck, though, when there's cloud cover. It's really bad. But direct heat, no sun, no thank you. I'll work here and there, little bits and little spurts. I'll take breaks, and I'll go back out there, work 2-3 hours, come back in, work back out there a couple of hours. I'll do that all day long. I might not get a lot of stuff done, but at least I'm not wearing myself out and potentially causing myself to go to the hospital. Try to maintain my physical health so I'm not dead out in the so I don't turn into a roadkill out in my yard. But yeah, aside from that, also my experiment of corned beans and squash in my whiskey barrel outside is actually doing really good. Really good. I did throw radishes in the mix, but only had a handful of those pop up. And again, probably just due to the fact that I don't water it as much as I should. I should go out there and water it a little bit every day, and I don't. I water it every like 2 or 3 days. That's my fault. But yeah, I had to replant my corn, which is really hilarious because only 1 out of 4 germinated. So I replanted them. The other 3 popped up within 2-3 days, and they're just as tall as the first one. And the first one had a 4-day start over them between me planting them and then another 3 days for germination. So it had a whole week. You're officially allergic to radishes. Are you sure it's the radishes and not the fibers on the radish leaves? That's crazy. Anyways, that sucks. I guess no radishes for you. You need to eat more nachos, drink more milk. Ooh, damn, that sucks. You ain't got no immunities. But we're going to, real quick, going to change gears here in about 15 minutes, and then I'm going to invite panelists. So throw the link in there. Really, camera, I moved you, and you decided you want to be blurry. Yeah, fucking tone. Really, camera? All right, we'll just do this again real quick. New one, new weekly, as always. Like I said, I did get this literally in today's mail, which was kind of funny. Ooh, I like this one. Damn, I actually really like this one. Usual little foamy in there. We have the standard obligatory info card. I'm not going to go through that because it's more fun to show off what I have instead. We have snares. Probably the worst color card background they could have put this on. It's like on a weird yellow, like piss-colored yellow. It's like literally, look, it's the same damn color as my shirt. But that is the making a snare, setting up a snare, anchoring a snare, blah, blah, blah. We all know how to do that, most of us. And then apparently the international help symbol or signal. Surprisingly, I actually know this one. I've seen a lot of random videos. You basically just do this. Trust me, it's yellow. That is white. That is yellow. I mean, it literally, look at that. White one, yellow one. This one almost disappears on my shirt. No, this one is not. This one I believe is just the chokehold style. Now, what I do recommend for snares is when you're done with your loop wire twist for the loop, bend the tab for the end, just run it back down and put it on the inside or poke it in towards the loop. What that does is it irritates the animal to no extent, and they try to get that away from them, and they just keep making it tighter and tighter. They struggle and struggle. Now again, snares, last ditch effort, only if you absolutely need to. Oh, nice. I got another one of these. I like these ones. These were kind of neat. I have the... Oh, this one's actually not a signature card, which is a shock. Usually most of these ones are. So that one is just the standard wallet survival. You got a knife, a little bit of a sawback up top. This is going to be weird. Doesn't want to focus. Let me go up a little bit more. There we go. Now it's focused. Sorry about that. So little tiny knife. You can either call that up here jimping or a saw. It could be jimping. I would probably not recommend putting too much actual physical thumb pressure on there. That might hurt. You do got your standard hooks. Variety of small. Looks like small, medium, and large. These are the smaller ones. Of course, your bigger one, slightly medium, and then a little tiny one and a little smaller one. Obviously, suture needles. And these things, by the way, are stupid sharp. I have poked myself super easy with it. And then either single spear or dual spear card. And this one, again, like I said, I actually like this one, is really nice. This is a fishing hook pack tool. There we go. So you got your jig eyelet cleaner right there. You've got your notches on top and bottom for cordage. You have these hooks here actually slide and lock into each other, so you basically get like a quad hook. So you can kind of see how they lock, and you have to put them in there. They're a pain in the butt, but yeah, you basically stick the hook of that one into the top slot of this, and you kind of wiggle it around, then it just kind of locks in. Or you can do a staggered hook and put this one in the bottom rung, so you get the top hook and then the bottom hook, essentially really ensuring that you hook whatever you're grabbing. And then your standard, looks like 10. Yeah, 10 of your standard little J hooks. They do technically have barbs, but they also technically don't have barbs. It's just the way they're designed. It looks like a barb. Kind of sort of acts like one, but it's not a standard true barb. But I actually like this one. That's a really nice little design. We'll have to make a small modification on this one because they didn't match the backing on here. So you see the little black pad down on the bottom versus the top one where it's clear cut or clean cut. So either the pad itself is not sitting on there straight or it was just a miscut. I'm okay with that. That's not going to bother me none at all. I might even go around and trim out the plastic for the eyelet cleaner for your crappie jigs. I'll probably clean that out as well with an X-Acto knife or something just to get rid of that so it's freestanding, because normally it would just be stuck to a pack. And the black part on this side is an adhesive sticker, but it's not a permanent, it's reusable. The white side on these is the part that has the permanent adhesive, which you can take off. You just got to heat it up. Yeah, so that's this week's card pack. I actually like this one. I like the knife set, broadhead or single arrow, so as it says on there. But yeah, I really definitely like that little fishing kit, little fishing one. That one would be nice. That right there is perfect for an Altoids tin kit. Perfect for it. I believe that'll actually fit in an Altoids tin as well, but like the smaller ones, that'll fit in a small tin. No problemo. Yeah, it's just a simple snare, is what it's listed as. I actually like those ones. That was a good one. All right, we're at that mark. I'm going to chuck that in my trash can because I don't need that part. Carabiner, you can go up there. I'm gonna go get my beverage, and then I will. I suppose I shall allow some upstairs visitation rights for the panel. I will be right back. I'm gonna grab my stuff. Well, I'm actually shocked because my beverage. Oh, I forgot one thing. Damn it. to get a candy bar. Chocolate candy bar and alcohol. Des, how's it going? Good to see ya. How are you doing? I missed your live Friday, but I was stuck at work all day. I didn't get home until like 8 o'clock. Ate a little bit, and then I was outside until midnight watering plants. Todd! Brother, how's it going? Fellow gardener and fellow participant in the 5-gallon bucket challenge. I believe I missed this week, so I will have to go back and watch it. I did not get... I swear to God, I just saw a freaking dead bug in there. Why me? Yeah, there's a goddamn dead bug in the bottom of my freaking glass. I gotta go wash this out. There was a dadgum dead bug. That's definitely how my week is going. I hope everyone else is having a good week. Oh, it wasn't even a problem. It's just because I normally leave my stuff in here. I just leave it in there every week. And I just pour in there because it's the same alcohol every week. But no, this week it's just like, oh, hey, there's a dead bug in there. Like, oh, thanks. I appreciate the dead bug. I didn't exactly want to drink protein today. It was a little tiny bug, but, I mean, I just happened to notice when I poured, I was like, that's a little darker spot than normal for my glassware. So it kind of threw me off there. And there's Jason. I swear, Jason, didn't you pop in earlier, like right at the beginning to say hi, and then you just kind of like wandered off? I swear I seen you at the beginning of this thing. Yeah, you did. You must have. I'm guessing then you had dinner. Sorry, I'm running a little bit late on the invites tonight. Had actually a good run on my feverish updates in the garden. Figured I'd get through all of that first before I started doing everything else. That way I can get everything out in the open. Hope that landed in there, because if not, that's going to be an annoying pain in the butt. And that was the one thing I did actually wash my glass before live started, but you know, apparently I need to wash my shot glass too. Yeah, standard, nice. Looks like a Guinness. It's about as dark as one. Got a nice good head on there. Oh, Mr. Todd, Mr. Todd. The ever so prevalent, wonderful known green bottle and Red Bull for the classic Jaeger bomb. My preferred beverage of choice. I would say you can't go wrong with this beverage, but boy, let me tell you, if you drink enough, you can definitely go wrong. If you are not a fan of black licorice, I don't recommend drinking it. If you are a fan of black licorice, I do recommend drinking it. No. None of that now. Yeah, ready? Let's get this guy in here. Jason's got coffee and water tonight. No worries. I'm just doing my usual. Mickey Ultra? Ooh. Yeah, I'm not a Ultra. I'm not a Mickey. Look at this. I got this guy over there. I
And then
got this guy
guy over
down
there,
here. Greetings, gentlemen and ladies.
I'm sure Matt is somewhere
Greetings,
around
salutations.
lurking. Hello, everybody in the chat.
I can turn that off. It's not freaking super hot. It's
Turn you
73
off.
degrees in here, but it's not super hot. Oh, now I can hear everybody. That damn thing is loud. Yeah, I drank my that gross berry pomegranate freaking electrolyte packet the other day. I had to throw that in here with a scoop of lemonade, and it was still nasty as hell. But I drank it because to be honest, I got tired of looking at that packet.
You didn't want to waste it.
Yeah, I know. I paid $1.50 for it. I was like, I ain't wasting that. I didn't want to drink it, but I kind of had to drink it.
You know what's funny is around here we have beer, wine, spirits, and I still go straight for the coffee and water.
I got tons of drink mixes, mainly coffee or Kool-Aid styles. But yeah, I usually go for those.
Oh yeah. We got bourbon, we have whiskey, we have other spirits and stuff. Just not interested in it right now. Not only that, it makes my next day pretty bad when I got sweat inside the store. That's hot.
Oh yeah. Have they fixed the panels yet on the greenhouse?
Yeah, they temporarily fixed them. Only the ones that got removed.
Temporarily fixed, as in. Oh, why is that so strong today? Anyway, did they replace it with plastic tarp?
Like a solid plastic piece.
So what should be going in there?
You can't even see through it.
Oh, damn.
They just did a quick cover over and left it.
And I guarantee that'll be like that until the next windstorm sucks them off.
Oh yeah.
Colin, it took me a second to realize what you were typing down there or why you said no chance of improving that. And I was sitting here like confused. Like as confused as telling a blonde to sit at the four corners of the round table. I was like, And then I was like, oh yeah, the drink. Yeah, no, again, those are, I don't know how people can sit there and just drink that stuff normally. But it is nasty. Nasty. Like uber super nasty. And again, seriously, I literally had a full scoop of the Country Time lemonade, chucked it in there, threw that on top of it, filled that up to the like second to top line, stirred it in, took about a good 2-3 solid chugs and had to add more water.
Mm-hmm.
And I had my standard water bottle, so little by little I was just adding a bit of water till it was kind of thinned out. But yeah, I probably drank a good solid 1.5 liters of whatever that mix was. It looked like peach Kool-Aid, honestly.
But it didn't taste like
I'm sorry about not saying much. I was on another channel typing something. But yeah, that drink looked nasty, even when you showed it to me.
Oh yeah, no, that stuff, it's solid. It's berry pomegranate. I figured, oh, that would be tasty. That would be a nice taste. Until I opened the first pack and then I tried it and I was like, ugh. I was like, what is this? And then I looked at the packaging. Yeah. I'm not a fan of the Propel water either.
No, this is the only one I like. I don't like the rest of them. But I got my coffee as usual. It's been improved since I put a new filter in the Keurig today. So double filtered water.
It's like my farts.
You filter them too?
Oh yeah, mine are definitely filtered twice.
No, I was considering planting some spinach in a bucket on Monday. There's a reason for Monday. I'll explain later.
Because it's better than a Tuesday.
No, my normal
Tuesday.
check I normally get for my workman's comp got delayed until Monday. So I have to wait till I get money in before I can purchase them.
Spinach is weird, by the way.
It's 4 weeks before it produces anything.
Oh, it actually produces quick.
And that's what it said. I've been doing some research. That's what I said. I'm gonna got that one last bucket. I'm gonna set it up for that. Buy some more.
We'd only do about 4 in there.
4. Set them. Okay.
4.
Split the seeds up in 4. Okay. What kind of seeds?
Uh,
Instead of just does it matter which kind of spinach or does it?
No,
I'm going to be honest. I would get multiple varieties of spinach to test out which ones you and Jenny like.
Okay. I was just looking online, and
There's a hybrid spinach, which
Bloomingdale
possibly
long
give you-
standing or
Say
space
what?
spinach. Well, the ones that was suggested was Bloomingdale long standing or space spinach, whatever that is.
I don't even know those varieties.
Neither do I. Well, the only reason I'm doing with spinach instead of like lettuce is because Jenny has trouble digesting lettuce or anything like that, like iceberg. But she can handle spinach. So maybe it's the high iron content. I don't know.
Could not tell you.
yeah, this fall I'm gonna try bok choy.
Ugh.
No, I like bok
That's
choy.
tough to grow.
But if anybody can probably get it done, it's probably going to be Jason.
Oh, Jason, by
Yes.
the way, have you orientated your jicama in the right manner, fashion, or position? Have
No.
you done anything yet?
Yeah,
What's a
it
jicama?
turned soggy. I'm just gonna order seeds next spring.
What's a jicama?
It's a cross between a radish and a potato.
Yeah,
Oh,
kind of.
I don't think I want to try that because I'm allergic to radishes.
It's for those that can eat it. It is absolutely tasty.
It's very sweet.
I got to be careful because I don't know if I can have it.
Probably, well, like I said, it's like a cross between a radish and potato. I don't know what it actually is. I've looked it up numerous times. Supposedly, me and Jason can grow them in our areas because we have the right climate for it.
And the length of time.
Yeah, you need something like 6 months of like 90 plus weather, or sorry, it was like above 75-degree weather for like 6 months.
Oh, we've been having nothing but rain for the last 3 days.
Must be
We
nice.
have major flooding going on here in Iowa.
I think I actually still have that in here in my search parameters.
I'm already looking it up.
No, I don't actually. Well, that's sad.
Turnip and rutabaga.
Yeah, there you go.
Looks like it's
What's really funny, it's considered part of the pea family.
really
It says jicama is a crunchy, subtle, sweet root vegetable from the pea family.
family. Yep.
Known for its white flesh and mild apple-like flavor, often eaten raw in salads or as a snack with lime and chili powder.
I
Salt
just like
butter
straight
works too. I mean, they're super tasty.
Oh, they are.
I did find out some more about the spinach. They call it baby spinach
Yes, that's one of them. That's the standard one.
and crinkly classic, whatever the Bloomsdale long standing.
Des had that up too for some reason.
But
She copy pasted exactly what we were just reading. Oh, that's funny.
yeah.
Des, were you just like on looking at jicamas randomly, or did you like search it when I mentioned it?
I didn't even know how to spell it until she posted that.
I keep thinking it starts with an H for some reason. It's
That's what it sounded like to me.
Nope, it's J. It's Spanish.
Well, I'm assuming so since she wrote it with a J.
Well, yeah, but it's Central South America, and it's also called the Mexican turnip or yam bean.
Yeah.
I'll search when we mentioned. I
Every
got you.
part of the plant is toxic except for the tuber.
Well, that's a good one. I'm not sure if it would grow in Iowa though.
You don't have
No,
the time.
you do not have the grow length required for it. It's a stupid, ridiculous, long ass grow length. Like you
Yeah,
need nearly like 8 months
you can
or
probably
six
start it in a
months.
greenhouse. But it's a sweet, crunchy, very crisp. I like to cut it like French fries and then eat it.
Yep, that's how I've always done it.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't do potato chips out of it. The damn thing's like 8 inches wide.
Yeah, we don't have enough days. Our growing season's too short.
in South Florida, you got all year.
Yeah, that's probably where we get most of them from. Either that or they're imported from Mexico.
Oh, that's okay. They said that if I could do the jicama here if I started them 8 to 10 weeks before the last frost date.
Yeah,
Indoors.
inside of a greenhouse.
That's what I said earlier.
And use heat mats.
Yep. I find it funny that they're not listing the last time I looked this up, it gave me the info about what you needed for heat, and it was like 75 or above for like 6 months. Which for me and Jason's not a problem. Our freaking last frost date's in April, and we don't get shit till damn near December.
December, yeah.
It does say something I've never heard of doing: nicking the seeds, then soaking them.
What?
Nick them, scratch them, then soak
Yeah,
them.
I guess. Gotta score them.
Yeah, well, that's if you actually leave one in the ground long enough for it to get the flower on top, which again is going to be similar to like that of a potato plant.
Oh, interesting. Midwestern gardeners prefer to grow them in large 5-gallon containers.
I already said that, Des. Every part of the plant is toxic.
Except for the tuber.
Yep.
I remember hearing you say that.
That's why nobody eats the rest of the plant. Now, there's probably animals that can eat the plant without having any issues of digesting it, but
Yeah, it's like the Casper or the castor beans. All the plant is toxic.
castor oil just makes you the minute you take it in. It's like Epicac.
Yeah,
You know, we're deaf. It's all good. Deaf. Jesus Christ. She's all, sorry, I did not hear it. I was like, sorry, deaf. My bad.
She yelled at you.
I'm having one of those days. Oh, look at this guy. What up, man? Oh, here we go.
he was lurking.
I was working and lurking.
He was
It is
lurking.
I was doing the same thing.
I'm going to do this so he's there. That way I can't. Because I'll get giving him shit while he was up there right away.
But yes, no, I was lurking and working. I got
Oh.
things I'm working on, and then plus supper. So
Cliff is on the board when it comes to rodent patrol.
Technically, yes.
I will be soon.
He's got one.
I have one.
I just have to upload the video.
But I also found out that there was 2 of them little bastards.
But that was a chunky
And
one,
which
that was for sure.
If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't somebody tell you there's probably 2?
Yeah, Jason did, but I confirmed it with my old man. Like, I was like, yeah, I sent him the picture. I said, I finally got the little bastard. And he texted me the next morning. Yeah, we saw 2 of them before we left.
But now you got to keep an eye out for the second one.
I don't think the second one is the one that was devastating my plants. It was the one that I got that was eating my plants.
Well, for
Hi,
now.
Daz.
Well, like I said, Johnny's on the board now. So far, so good.
Those Cliff is on the board.
No, Johnny's going to catch me. Watch. He's going to pass me.
I got a possum. Does that count?
Yeah.
I got nothing.
How's everybody doing this weekend? Matt, any news on your side for the garden?
I still have to get my Cherokee purple tomatoes separated because they're like
12.
Damn,
they're 12 to 15
off.
inches.
Yeah, like I said, I started mine late. Mine are about 3 inches tall now.
I started the Cherokee Purple after you started yours, Jason.
Well, I had to restart. I had to replant or reseed.
Ah,
I've got more popped up on my tomatoes. Other than that, they're like maybe inch and a half.
Now my peppers, on the other hand, they're doing pretty good. But that potato is just going crazy.
Right, they are. How's your stuff going over there, Colin?
It's going okay. My one is like 6 inches tall now. That's the pepper. My potato is going like nuts, and it's catching up with Ian's, which is like what planted about a month before, which is really weird. You know, so I don't know exactly which one's going to end up producing. Well, Ian's did have flowers first, so his is probably going to produce first, but at least we'll kind of stagger them a little bit.
Just keep in mind that at the beginning of the potato stages, they like a good amount of water for the leaves, and then you kind of want to let them dry out.
Mhm.
So very infrequent
Unfortunately-
watering.
Well, the problem is what we're having lately is that it's been raining like 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah, I would just pull them. I would give them like one day of good solid rain, and then I would pull them in so where they're not getting rain or cover them.
I pull them under the awning.
No, I did
That's
not
weird.
see Scott's challenge video there, CR.
I can't hear Cliff. What the heck's happened?
did you see Scott's challenge video? No, Cliff did not. I didn't either. Which Scott?
Can you guys can hear me, right?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
It's
I've got a delay.
yeah, you are delayed.
That's weird.
And on my end, you're blinking in and out.
Yeah, you're delayed. I mean, it went like that, then everything got delayed.
Nothing's changed over here on my side.
Nope.
I had to reopen the pop-out chat because it was stopped at Daz. So,
Weird.
The internet doesn't call in tonight.
yes, Daz, I know I'm fine.
What was that, Jason?
I said the internet doesn't like you tonight.
Should be. I mean, I just reset my router and everything, so it's not me.
I don't know.
I can hear everybody else just fine except for Cliff.
You may need to refresh your page.
Which
Me?
page? No,
Which
he's
you're
fine
on.
now. He's fine now. I'm not sure what happened. It flashed again, then it went. Now it's back. We are going through a storm, though.
See, that's why. So it's on your side.
Oh, and look.
It ain't me. I'm good. I usually don't have too many issues on mine, other than my camera deciding it wants to be blurry randomly and then not wanting to focus.
I can
Yeah.
see the lines from your lights there, Cliff.
No, yeah, I can see them too going down on this. I did at this point. I just ignore them. I don't even see them unless somebody mentions it.
Oh, SD Mountain Man's video is up.
Yeah, I'll have to check that. I don't know if I got the notification for it or not. Well, I see his live camp notification.
I already watched this one.
That's
Now
Dan.
I'm curious on that one if that was the reactive outdoor inflatable tent, because that's what it looks like in the background.
Mountain Magic all-purpose topsoil.
But I don't know if that's his tent or the neighbor's tent.
I'm still looking. I'm waiting for it to.
No, he has live popped up at like 3:30, and I still have it up on here.
I didn't even see it. I must have missed it.
Gee, do you think SD's got enough holes in the bottom of his bucket?
It's possible.
Well, I believe he did not want to take a page out of Todd's book and not put holes in the buckets.
Right. And yes, I seen that one.
That's a good one, though. Yeah, it's
I
good.
opened it again, but as soon as I opened it, I see all the holes in the bottom of the bucket. I'm like, here I am strategically putting mine like a certain height so that it drains off and it's not on the roots. But if they're still thirsty, they can work their way down to the water.
And suck it up.
That's how mine are. Mine are like an
Mine
inch and
too.
a half.
I got those big 1-inch round circles all the way around it.
But now he is growing tomatoes, so right? It's tomatoes, right? Or is it
Right.
potatoes?
Oh, those are both tomatoes, 2 different types.
So he should be fine. He might have to water them a little bit more often, but
Unless he's getting rain like I am, which is you don't need it.
Just get some Gorilla Tape. You'll be fine.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's got to be at least 60, 70 holes.
Well, better too many than not enough.
You know, he could have. I've cheated and put holes in buckets with.
Oh, he's doing a tomato and a pepper.
Fun things. But
Not using the lead spreaders to make holes in buckets.
no, it's the pneumatic hole punch.
Yeah.
Pneumatic or powered?
It's a pneumatic. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's a pneumatic hole punch.
Yes.
Yep. And if you don't know, then you just don't know.
It gets a little expensive, but it's kind of fun to do it anyway.
He's putting peppers and tomatoes in the same bucket.
Okay.
He was venting.
That was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but he's still putting peppers and tomatoes together.
And maybe he knows something that nobody else knows. You know what's going to happen if they both survive? Then your tomatoes are going to be spicy, and your peppers are not going to be as hot.
Your peppers are going to taste like potatoes. Now, that's if they survive. Now, somehow, if they do manage to survive, he will have probably the first strain of each that won't technically die next to each other.
Well, we have to wait and see because we haven't had any updates since then.
Because you're really not supposed to grow peppers and potatoes next to each other because they kill each other off. Normally.
No, he hasn't done any updates since then.
Now,
Again, Scott's always busy, so he might
I have used potatoes to start other seeds.
No, you can, because, I mean, technically a potato will hold water for a long, long time.
Yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, I could be, but if I'm not mistaken, that was one of the ingredients back in the day for the root stimulator was something to do with potatoes.
Starch.
Potato starch, yes, and majority of it would have been bananas. So potato starch and, like, smashed bananas or a banana. Aloe vera is another one, but you have to actually use the whole plant. Like, you cut the leaf off, you slice the end off, and you just stick your seed directly in the leaf.
Mm-hmm.
And they usually, because, I mean, it's just going to, it's a succulent. It stays wet for weeks, even off the plant. You don't have to do squat. You just shove a seed in and they pop up.
You probably do the same thing with, like, an agave.
Yeah, similarly.
Yeah, I'm going to give Scott a call tomorrow, see how he's doing.
You can essentially do the same thing with a cactus pad, too.
Yeah. And you see, well, the cactus pad, it has other hidden nutrients in it.
Yep, they're designed to go weeks, months without water until they get water, and they're like, oh, yeah, we're good till, like, 2025 or 2043.
Okay, Jenny and I were out going to yard sales today. Is there any benefits to a Christmas cactus, or is it just a decorative thing?
It's a decorative thing, but it's one of those that you don't have to water very often.
I get that.
Yeah,
but I mean,
isn't there some medicinal purposes for it?
No.
That's what I thought.
I mean,
I
it's a succulent. It's not really a cacti. It's more of a succulent.
It's considered a Christmas cactus only because of the way the pads grow on it. It
Yeah.
grows similarly to like a cactus pad. So you get a little node, which is like a leaf, and then that little leaf will pop up another node in the middle. Depending on the age of that node, it can branch off or just keep growing straight in concession, like little stacked blocks, or it can branch off and you get more off of one. It just depends. But they usually do when they actually bloom, depending on the specific variety or strain that you have, the flowers can be yellow, red, purple, like blue, pink.
The blooms on a Christmas cactus are considered edible.
Yes.
They have a slightly sweet, neutral flavor. Can be used as a safe, colorful garnish for salads and desserts.
Yes.
Okay. It
You
does
could
have-
probably eat the pads too. I just don't think they taste very well.
I don't know. I do know that there's a species of cactus here in Iowa that is considered endangered, that grows in one spot, and that's where I grew up.
I don't know. Just give me a good old cactus prickly pear.
Oh yeah.
They don't grow here. We got
Well, I'm going to attempt to grow one because the next time my brother comes out, he's supposed to bring me some.
What, cactus?
Yep.
Do you know how easy those things are to grow? You just stick about half of that, and you just literally stick like,
Just lay it in the ground.
you just stick like the bottom half, like literally an inch into the dirt,
Yeah, it'll grow.
spray it once with the hose, and just leave it in the sun for 4 months.
Yeah, I just to keep it out of the rain.
Oh, it's the eastern prickly pear, or the big root prickly pear, which grows here in Iowa.
Jason, you want to fund one? You know where they're at. They're over here in my state, Arizona, Utah, Nevada. Just go get your ass a piece of cholla and grow that shit.
Oh no.
That shit, fucking cactus. This shit is so invasive. It's not even funny.
That's the thing with the prickly pear cactus variety. You can use the stuff out of the green one, just like aloe vera, if you get burned.
Yeah.
It provides water. You can
Salsa.
drink it. It's tasty. You can make salsa out of it. And all you have to do is burn the
Block it
prickles
soft.
off of it. But then they also have a bright, colorful pear that comes off of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it is super sweet and super delicious.
I like the red ones when they turn. Was it like a deep burgundy?
Yep.
Like
Yeah,
blood red.
What is it?
They have some that are an orange color. They have some that are yellow. I have not had the yellow one, but I have had the orange and the red.
Yeah.
And my favorite so far is the red.
Yeah, you got to come up here, Matt. There's a house at the end of my street in the north end. Dude's got, I don't know, a shit ton of cactuses around his property. Dude, when those things bloom, that's got to be at least 200 little red cactus nodes on there for like the fruit.
Now, can you
Every
take the
year
fruit
I see
to
those.
make more cactus, or no? Or is that just a seed? Is it just
If
edible?
you're picking the fruit is the part you eat.
The
No,
whole
but it's
plant.
I'm talking about the seed where you can replant it for somewhere else, make it grow somewhere else.
The seed is on the green part.
Oh, okay.
The seed is the whole cactus pad.
Mhm.
Pretty much.
You're cloning it.
It won't work in Iowa, though, unfortunately.
No, it's too cold over there. Cactus aren't exactly. There are some varieties that are cold tolerant,
The one I just told you about from Iowa,
but again, only if it's naturalized in that area.
They're in Oklahoma. They're in Kansas. Believe it or not, they're all the way up into the Dakotas.
I'll tell you right now, you cannot take a segment of cholla cactus and grow that in Iowa. It will not make it.
They have cactus in Colorado.
Yeah. Well,
Ours are endangered. You're not supposed to touch them.
Yeah, but again,
They're
like I said,
They're nothing like ours because you can reproduce them by knocking a limb off. You know.
oh, yeah.
Well, it's not because it's the only reason they're endangered is because it only grows in one spot in Iowa, and that's the Eddyville sand dune. It's got the only climate that they will grow in.
Yeah, I think if they let more people grab, or if they started doing it themselves, picked off one here, picked off one there to try to, you'd have more spots of that cactus and it wouldn't be endangered.
Well, the thing is, it's the actual naturally occurring one that automatically grew here.
you can recreate
But we can't touch them because they're endangered.
Yeah, you can actually recreate a microclimate for it.
Well, they actually have a law in effect here.
Yeah.
We can't do anything with them.
Yeah, but if it's grown in sand dunes, you just buy a bag of freaking playground sand, stick that some bitch in there, water it, and you're good to go.
It's listed as state endangered.
Well, same thing with saguaro cactus, but you can still buy those.
Yeah, but those grow in other places just besides, This is the
Yeah,
only-
but Jason knows
Right.
buying a saguaro is not cheap.
No.
Yeah.
But if you go to your local hardware stores or big box store or whatever, they probably do sell that particular brand cactus.
I don't know. Like I said, I've seen the ones that we have in our store. I'm going, almost all of those are barrel cacti. I want barrel cacti. The fruit is not that good. It's edible, but it's not very good. And they're small.
Yeah, and usually only get like 5 or 6 per plant every season.
I'm wondering if you cross pollinated it with one of ours.
That'd be interesting. Now I got a weird thought to try to splice a pepper plant onto a cactus.
Can it be done? This is the same
Yeah.
species.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying because, like I said, the cactus pads are similar to like aloe, where you just basically cut it, poke something into it, and the damn thing just holds water for like eternity. Now, putting something in it that requires heavy quantities of water may or may not put a lot of strain on the plant, but there's no stopping somebody from trying it to see how long it would
What up,
last.
Grey Wolf?
Hey, Grey Wolf, how you doing?
Grey Wolf, greetings, howdy, welcome.
Bad thing about the cacti, if you're using that to germinate a seed, you're going to grow that cacti too.
Yeah, potentially.
Because you're going to have to cut it all the way through. So
Hey, Stephen and Jacqueline, how's it going? Man, you snuck in quick.
Cooking with Steven and Jacqueline. What's up, Steven?
You're getting rated.
I'm not getting raided. Bunch of people are finally coming in.
Maybe.
Because Matt's not live on the fishing channel right now.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I saw that earlier. I was like, huh. I seen it pop up. I was like, oh,
and
Matt's
also
over there right now.
from Eddie and Gary and all the others.
How's everybody doing this weekend?
Well, I'm sorry, but Belt Loop has went live like 4 times today. And I was in there, and there's only so much that I can take of him. So, and Cliff.
Why
goes
was
on
he
once a
alive
week.
4 times?
I don't know.
Because he
I
had
believe he was having internet issues.
No, he was live on Belt Loop Police, and he did it from home. And then the next one, he was in the car. And then the next one, he was at a restaurant. And then another one, he was back home. And now
He
he's
was on a
live
roll.
again on Belt Loop 29. And yeah, so
it was his day off. He's bored.
Something.
It's too hot to go outside.
Oh, we lost Matt.
Yeah, we pushed a button, which means
back.
the peanut brittle gallery is giving him shit. Now, I don't know if he stepped down or just closed out the entire screen.
All I know is I'm going to walk in with my umbrella tomorrow morning. Everybody's going to look at me weird until about 12 o'clock
What, you're going to walk into with what?
with an umbrella. Every time I walk in there with an umbrella, everybody goes, no. And everybody will run out there and roll up their windows.
What the hell, Mary Poppins? Matt, quit pushing buttons.
I was trying to mute myself, and as I was moving my mouse, I needed to click so that it would move. And lo and behold, it was on the big orange button down there at the bottom. Not the head. Me somewhere else. I'm like,
Yeah, the hand-eye coordination is off.
He's getting up there in age where, where things don't quite function the way they're supposed to.
but the peanut brittle gallery was telling me, be careful what you're saying on other people's lives. It's one thing on private, but I don't care. I've been in 4 out of his 5 lives today, he can deal with me without one. And if he has a problem with it, he can come take it up with me.
Well, you can inform the Peanut Brittle Gallery that I am not monetized. When I am monetized, things will be a little bit more strict. But right now, free games, suckers.
Oh no, she was more concerned with somebody in the background overhearing.
If Gary's got an issue with it, he can suck it. He can put on his big boy pants and deal with it.
Hey, I was there for 4 of them. I don't need to be there for the 5th.
Right.
I just pop in whenever I can.
Yep.
Whenever I have time.
Top of the hour for CR.
Yep.
You're
Always
15 minutes late.
Right.
He's 45 minutes early.
No, he
Yeah.
texted me. He goes, "I'll be there at the top of the hour." I was like, "All right." So then he got here, so he already popped in like 20 minutes late anyway. But he is one of the few that I can literally count on one hand that'll randomly pop in when I'm doing my like 5 or 6 hour lives because I don't feel like ending my live.
And
Like,
he'll say at top of the hour, and then it's like an hour later. He's still here.
Yeah, folks, please don't forget to hit that like button.
Yeah.
It'll help them out quite a bit.
Oh, speaking of which, wrong button. It's easier to do it on my phone because I can do it quicker there. See where I'm at. I need to do more shorts. I might do one tomorrow.
Yeah, the one I did today didn't do well.
No, I'm no longer at the gas station. I'm at 710 still. It's all good. I shall live.
Hi, Cecilia.
Good evening, Cecilia. How are you
Cecilia.
doing today?
Hey, Cece.
Hope all is well and good over there. Need to do a freaking Dan's. Oh yeah, he is probably live right now. Let's see. Hi, you stink weasel. Kicking it live at camp. Come watch me. Camp. Come watch me. Oh, that's for Dan. He was live like 4 hours ago.
Oh,
I'm just curious though, because I saw in the background of his video, it was the you know how last week when the 3 of us were up there,
yeah,
I was showing you guys that inflatable tent. If you look at Dan's thumbnail, I think he's got that damn tent in the background.
Yeah, I saw the tent. I tried to pop in on his live a little bit, and it just it was having internet issues due to the weather. And
Oh, shit. But yeah, I was like looking at. I had Jason and Matt looking at that tent, and
I wanted to see an indoor view of it, but he wouldn't let me see it.
It's an interesting tent. So you can either get the 10 by 10 option, which is like 7 foot high, like it's got some good clearance in there. You can get I think it's a 7 by 6 or 7 by 6 foot wide. That's a decent sized tent. Or you can get I think it's 6.5 by 6.5 or 7 by 7. It's like one's for 4 people, one's for 6, and the other's for 10. Now, mind you, again, squeezing 10 people in there, you're sleeping on the floor on sleeping pads like sardines. But for 4 people in a 10 by 10 tent, depending on the configuration, that is a crap ton of room.
Adventures with Spankman has one, and he uses it with a wood pellet stove.
He uses a whole tent for a stove.
He does hot tent stoves, but he uses that kind of tent with a wood pellet stove.
I mean, I know there are some inflatable tents that you can do with a hot stove or whatever hot tenting, but they're designed with the port for it.
Now that's the one he's got.
These particular ones that we were looking at do not have a hot port for a stove jack, but the way they're designed is you could probably run, even in the 10 by 10, small buddy heater or heater buddy, and heat that entire tent. You figure, like I said, again, you got a 10 by 10 that's designed for like 8 or 10 people. You get 4 or 5, 6 bodies in there, plus a small buddy heater.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
going to be sweating buckets. It's going to be hot in there. Because even the human body generates as much heat as, I believe, is either a 40 or a 60 watt light bulb.
100-watt light bulb.
Is it a 100? I thought it was a 60 watt. But you figure 5 people. Okay, we'll say with that one, 5 people at 100 watts. That's 500 watts. You know how hot a 500 watt light gets?
Well, I know how hot 2 people can get.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow. Brown chicken, brown cow.
What's wrong, Matt?
Right, brown chicken, brown cow. Wow, chicken, wow, wow, wow. That's it. Oh, I love that joke. It's like, it's always, what do you get when you get a brown chicken and a brown cow? And everyone just looks at you and just like,
Oh, now brown cow.
And you're like, oh my God, I walked right into that one. You would think by now everybody would know that. Would know. Also, he does have the 10 by 10 from Reactive Outdoors. Okay. Yeah, I've been looking, like, I seen that tent like 2 weeks ago pop up.
Yeah, we were talking about that, what, 2 weeks ago?
Last week.
Last
No,
week.
but I keep seeing that tent popping up everywhere because they're doing a massive sale on it. And I think that sale ends on the 15th or the 17th.
You know what commercial I saw yesterday on YouTube?
They have it on a Flash Father's Day sale.
Ah, so until Father's Day, gotcha. The medium tent's actually out of stock already.
The one that Spankman uses is like a RBM Panda Large Sunny Beige inflatable tent for camping, and you can use it for a hot tent, which is like over $2,000.
Yep.
That's insane.
Again, watch Alec Alisi. Or sorry, Altec Alisi. I just watched one of his other videos from like a couple of days ago. That guy has like 300K in inflatable tents.
Ouch.
Really?
So he either so I'm not 100% sure if he
Oh,
keeps these
really?
tents, or sir, Altec Alisi. Oh, they sent it to him. Oh, you know why? Because again, it's a new company that's been doing it. They've been sending them out to a lot of people that do a lot of camp videos. Like almost everybody that I have seen doing these video reviews for this tent have had it sent. They didn't pay for it. They just got it sent to them because they're doing free reviews.
I'm trying to find his channel. I can't. How's it spelled?
ATEKALESI.
Say it one more time. AT.
You know what? I'll just do it this
Put it in
way.
the chat.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
somebody
just find his channel.
Drop the link in the chat.
Yeah, I will. Give me a second.
Anyways, I saw a commercial yesterday when I was watching. I can't remember whose it was, but I saw a Pyramid Air commercial
Really?
Right. Cool.
on YouTube. Yes.
Well, I would think you would get them because they've been popping up on things that you follow a lot.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'll pop this guy's channel up again. I know I've done it a few times on here before, but this gentleman, he does a lot of interesting remote like camp locations kind of, but he always does inflatable tents. The amount of stuff I have seen from this dude, and this is kind of why I've been thinking about getting the inflatable tents, is mainly because of this channel.
From 2 years ago, when he started doing them.
And again, like I said, he's got like, I don't know if he actually physically has these tents and keeps them on hand, or if companies just send them to him to try out, and then he uses them for a couple of months and then sends them back. Or if after that, a certain grace period, the companies are like, hey, if you want it, you can keep it. If not, send it back, whatever. Because they just send you tents it's basically like clout or to get, traffic. But to be honest, the Reactive Outdoors tents, even I'm starting to think like that is a damn good inflatable tent because the sidewalls are damn near straight. There
I'm
was
looking
like
at his-
maybe like a 15% degree taper to them, which means you
Right.
can almost sleep directly next to the wall,
Yeah, like on my
even
tent.
on a cot.
I'm looking at one he did luxury camping with a tent featuring a bedroom and living room from 2 weeks ago, and you could
Yeah.
see the wood stove he's got in there because it's got I guess I'm not sure what it's like plastic walls, windows, or whatever.
Check the one that's go to his videos. He just did one 8 days ago and another one a week ago. Or
I'm looking at the one from 2 weeks ago.
Deb's back.
luxury camping with a tent featuring a.
Yep, that's the
Go to
one.
the one after that. You've never seen a camping home like this before, and unfortunately, I actually have. That particular video, I wanted to comment on it, but that dude already had like 2,000 comments. There ain't no way in hell he's going to answer mine.
Right.
Hey, welcome back, Deb.
The bird got past her.
Camping in a heavy rain with a massive 30-meter square tent.
The one before that.
I've seen that one. That one that just pops out. It's a pop-out expandable camper, basically.
It basically folds out like this.
I see it.
I have seen a style of tent like that before, only because of a video game. And that
Maybe that's what
particular
it's based
video
off
game
of.
is Fallout.
Well, he's got a lot of inflatable tents, like you said. The one that's got two configurations that goes like side by side. One goes one way, then the other one just fits right up against it. That was from a month ago. The ultra luxury snow camping by a frozen lake.
There was
Video.
one that I watched from his channel. The tent alone was like 20 grand. Absolutely massive freaking inflatable tent.
I have no idea.
Can you play football in it?
30
It was huge.
What video was it? Do you remember?
I don't remember. The weird part is it doesn't show which ones I've seen, which normally when you watch a video, it's got that little red bar in the bottom saying, hey, you've watched this.
I don't know.
Yeah, one of those tents was like 20 grand.
He's growing it out.
I think it was not that one. Because I watch him sporadically, like here and there. I don't watch every video he pops out, because if I did, I'd never get to the end
Hey,
of it.
Deb, welcome back.
But yeah, some of these, like a lot of these inflatable tents are anywhere of upwards of like 5 grand to like 20,000.
Well, I'm trying to find. Most of their tents come from glamoutdoor.com, apparently.
Biggest inflatable tent I've ever seen is at ASU.
Yeah, that's not an inflatable tent. That's an inflatable dome.
I'd rather have the dome.
Boeing actually makes an inflatable tent big enough to stick a C-130 in.
Oh, wow. That's an emergency hangar.
Hey, everybody in the chat, I have one request. Just one, simple.
Don't fart in the bathtub.
Everybody likes hanging out with Cliff and them up here and in the chat and stuff, but share him out. Let's see how we can get him into the 800 mark tonight. So everybody that's in here, please share out this live stream on your community tab. Share it to Facebook. Share it to your friends, family. We don't care. Just share it.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I thank you, Matt. Appreciate that. Grace, I've seen those too. Now, some of those chainsaws, honestly, to me, look extra super janky. Like, I wouldn't trust that in an emergency situation more than my pocket knife. But sometimes those little shit chainsaws that are battery powered that'll run off of like stupid little like DeWalt battery, or like, what is it? Ryobi makes one. I know DeWalt makes one. Freaking Makita makes one.
Craftsman.
Bauer Bosch makes one. Like all of those. Well, just because I don't do Facebook doesn't mean you can't share me out on Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, even.
Because, I mean, I've considered a few times, no BS. I've actually considered a few times getting some of those like small battery operated, even if it's like an 8-inch chainsaw or whatever the hell you get from whatever those weird Chinese companies. You get one of those, stick that sucker in the back of your truck. If you're ever in a situation where you need something like that, it's better than trying to sit there for 25 minutes trying to start up a gas chainsaw, which you can't do because all the damn gas evaporated out of that thing while it was sitting in the back of your car.
And then the carburetor's bad.
Yeah, and the carb's bad. You got to sit there. And then at the beginning, you ran out of gas because you're like, oh, well, there's enough gas in here that if there's an emergency, I'd be fine. No. That holds like 2, maybe 3 cups of gas. And half the time, it's not straight gas. It's the gas oil mix because you got them damn 2 strokes. So you have to have that mixture in there. And, of course, naturally, you don't have backup gas for it. So you're SOL out there. So I try to move that via by hand, or you're out there with a damn handsaw trying to cut a freaking 40-inch log.
Well, no, the True Fuel will stay in the can for 3 years unopened.
Yeah, but that's if you have the shit.
Oh, overfill.
Water tension. Oh, I freaking spilled right on my desk. Damn it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's...
He's about ready to tongue the desk.
Jason knows. Dude, I had like a bubble right on top of this. I was trying to get it over and pour it in, but nope, I missed. But I mean, I think Dan had one of those like battery operated ones, or was it Scott?
I have one, and I like that little chainsaw. It's perfect for go out there and cutting the small stuff. Quick, easy. Yep. It'll go through the hardwood. It'll go through it'll go through wetwood real quick.
I wonder how well that works on dry wood.
It takes a little bit longer.
It does. It does do it though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have 2 of them. I have one, and my wife has one.
Oh, that son of a bitch went around my cup.
I got
can't even tongue my desk.
It's around
alcohol abuse there, Chris.
I can't find it. I got one of the batteries here. I just can't find the chainsaw with the other battery on there.
The charger?
Oh no! I brought it in because I had other stuff with it.
Ah, I got you. Well, see, that's the thing with those chargers too is sometimes they work on the standard like. You have to do it like the standard DeWalt charger where you just kind of slide it into the pack, or you have the standard pack ones that snap in. But even with the charge base...
Mine has the same type of battery as like the DeWalt and stuff, but it has a port on the battery once you take it off to plug it in to charge it.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's got that, what is it, that phone jack style port?
Yeah.
Or... what is it? I'm trying to remember the audio jack almost... style.
I mean, I got mine almost 2 years ago, and it's still going.
Yeah, what brand is it again?
Basically, the connection is going to be the same style of connection you have for like your headset. Yeah, like
some little Chinese thing. I think we paid like what $45 for it.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't get it off of Vivor.
I had a big old thing.
Vivor doesn't have them.
That's too bad.
3 cheese blend melted on top of flat corn triangles with Frito pie beans, but minus the Frito pie. Because I basically had Frito pie nachos.
Ah.
Them damn things were good. I also have a pizza in my fridge if I need to, because Tony's had the thin crusts. They were 3 for $11 or 3 for $10, so I bought 3 of them, and I've just had them in there for a while. I've also got cheese puffs. I do have my hot fries as usual, or hot chips as usual. I have these guys, the Tostitos, and Suckerite Jason. I got one of these.
Oh, so do I. Have you had the jalapeno ones yet?
I have not. I really.
Oh, those are way better.
Certain ones with jalapenos in it. I've tried a few of the other varieties, and I just...
No, the jalapeno ones of those are good.
Sometimes I have an issue eating these ones. It's not the taste, it's just the fact that it's that weird, like, waxy grease. like it's that waxy taste to the meat. Like you remember those old Halloween wax like
it is a little
vampire
on the
lips?
fatty side, but yeah, I only eat like maybe 4 at a time, 3 or 4,
I poured this and I don't even have my Red Bull.
and it's just enough to push the hunger away.
I'll sit there and I'll eat like 6 or 8 of those things at a damn time. I'm terrible.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
Vivor does have a cordless chainsaw.
No, but I got that 2 years ago.
Oh,
Plus,
so
I've also got
they
2
do have
packs of cinnamon rolls that have been
a
sitting in my
12-inch
fridge from
brushless chainsaw.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
20
We
volts.
didn't see it on Vivor.
Well, this one here is on Vivor. I decided to look it up.
That is now
because-
the 3rd time you've said that there, CR. No, even with those little tiny battery-operated chainsaws, I'm pretty sure you can cut a larger log, but you're going to have to cut it diameterly, which I don't even know if that's a word, but you're basically going to have to cut the radius of the log all the way through and then possibly just snap off whatever's holding it left.
Now they do have a tendency to overheat quick, so it's just a quick cut. Let it sit down for a few moments if it starts to overheat.
Nope, that's
That's
not
the only issue I've had with mine.
See, now, with all the stuff I have over here, I'm half tempted to see if any companies would be willing to send me tests. I'm in a damn trash can. Because I got a box in a way. To see if anybody will, like I said, to see if anybody would be willing to send me some like test stuff, and I can just kind of test it on some of the logs or whatnot I have in my house, and see how well it does on things like that.
Now the still will do good, really good.
I was gonna say if still does not work, that company might as well just throw in the towel.
Oh no, that thing is wicked. Andrew from the Kelly's Country Life has one.
Has one what?
One of those still electric chainsaws with a battery.
Oh, yeah. Flair also has the DeWalt one too.
No, that one will outperform his gas chainsaws.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell do you outperform a gas chainsaw?
Higher
It's not
torque.
The
that hard.
battery.
Higher torque.
Yeah, but the can't last very long.
It does.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I mean,
depends
once
on
it
if you're
dies,
running
it
the
dies.
engine.
You have to recharge the dang thing.
He didn't
Yes,
say
but
how
they
long he
have-
had it. He says that he'll use it for a few hours.
Here's the thing, Colin. The battery industry for these portable things has changed so much over the years.
And the one from
I'm
Still,
still going to stick with gas. I don't care.
yeah, the one from Still is not a small battery. It's
not.
about the size of those Ego batteries.
Except for those damn lawnmowers, it's like, oh, here's a lawnmower that takes 8 batteries, but you got like 2 hours max off of
Yes.
that whole thing. It's like, bro, how am I using 8 18-volt batteries or like 8 15-amp batteries, but this shit only gives me 2 hours worth of runtime? And then
Yeah,
you got to sit there for 3 days to charge all the goddamn batteries.
The battery for that Steel is the same size as the large batteries for riding
Ego.
lawnmowers.
Yeah.
So
That's way too much.
What is it, like 8 hour or what is it?
Yeah, some of those EV batteries for a lot of those things, they are huge. The battery alone, just one battery is like $200.
Well, the ones from Ego are $600 plus each.
Yeah, that's the one we were talking about last week on Wednesday, right? For the freaking lawnmowers.
Yeah, the lawnmower takes 6 of them.
Yep.
And you got 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's cheaper to buy an actual gas lawnmower and buy the
It
damn
is.
gas.
But there's some HOAs that do not allow gas mowers anymore.
That's dumb.
I think HOAs need to be abolished and
I
just
think
gotten
so,
rid
too.
of.
would agree with that. But here's the thing. When it comes down to that, if that was the case where I'm at, I'd either move or I'd hire a contractor to come cut the grass because I'm not spending all that money and doing all that stuff.
Or
Good night, Daz.
Bye, Daz.
Right,
Bye, Daz.
Daz. Be well, be safe.
Or you could do what this one guy did. He actually became the president of the HOA with a friend of his, and they end up abolishing the whole thing.
Oh, that's because him and the HOA kept having beef because he kept putting really weird vehicles on his property, and the HOA was constantly giving him shit about that. So yeah, him and his neighbor ran for HOA president, and they won.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Yeah, no, we're done with this. We don't need the HOA." Yeah,
They
I know
disbanded
exactly
the
who you're
entire
talking about.
HOA.
They have good points and bad points. Okay.
Well, the thing is, it tends to attract people with too much power-hungry minds. Think, well, I have the power kind of deal.
There was one that's in Arizona that everybody's dying to get into it because they run it like a municipality.
That's a bad thing, not
That's
a
a
good
big
thing.
tomato.
No, that's a good
No,
thing.
it depends.
No.
Because they will not allow certain people in. If you have certain things that you're moving in, they won't let you do it. It's basically like if you've ever watched the movie Pleasantville, it's like that.
Basically, if you have a speeding ticket, they're not going to let you in.
Yeah.
No, this one here actually spends money on the property instead of just hoards it.
No.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's the people who in power that that never leave.
I'd be the HOA president usually, or the random HOA, somebody who thinks they run for the HOA, but they don't.
Don't be a Karen or a Richard.
Yeah.
I mean, they were
But a lot of
they
them
were
who
improving
end up
the lakes. They were improving
going in
all
are
the
those.
playgrounds. They were fixing everything in there, and they let it run down.
Again, it really just depends on the HOA that you live in.
And the person and the people who are running it,
Yes.
they weren't running it like a slumlord.
If you run it like you're running a hotel or an apartment complex, that's better because they're going to fix stuff. If things are broken, they're going to go fix it. They're not going to give you that BS runaround saying that freaking 2-foot strip between the freaking curb and your sidewalk is your property. Now, some HOAs, yes, they will dictate that is your property, even though technically it's an easement and it's actually not part of your property. Your property line technically ends at the sidewalk.
Yeah.
But they want you to maintain that stupid 2-foot strip of freaking stuff between your driveway and the mailbox. That is technically yours to deal with.
Even
Yeah,
though it's
here's
supposed
the
to be under
fun
their
thing.
jurisdiction.
You can't rip out the grass and just put in rock without HOA approval.
I'd be like, hide and watch.
Type of rock.
No, I still like the fact that they could dictate you. Oh, your color of your mailbox is wrong, and fine you.
I'm sorry. They don't need to tell me what colors my shingles need to be.
Apparently, some of them think they do.
Or like
They do.
Oh, there are some that, like, if you paint your garage door the wrong color, they'll fine you for that. I'm like, dude, I just spent $300 painting this shit. I'm not gonna pay your damn fine. You can suck it.
Yeah. So if you're going to buy a house in an HOA and they only allow you 3 colors, don't go in there. Now, if they give you a choice of like 20 colors, yeah, you'll be fine.
Nope.
I'm still not doing it. But then again,
I
I'm
live
not
in an
living in an
HOA.
HOA
It
area.
sucks.
If they dictate anything other than you have to maintain the lawn, public areas, and that kind of thing, like they're supposed to, that's one thing. When they start going on private property, dictating how you live your life, that's wrong.
Yeah, well, I miss fishing there without getting kicked out.
Right.
Now, fishing, that's another one. I get it. Yeah.
On private
not be able to
property
fly.
without permission, no. With permission, yes. But again,
They're
if
dictating
there are no
neighborhoods,
posted signs,
But they're dictating neighborhoods in cities that it's their area. No one else can go in there. It was there before the city. They were.
No, they were actually man-made ponds for that community. They paid for the water and everything else. They have the right to do that. They paid to put the fish in there.
I've seen a guy who was actually a part of this area who was there before the HOA, and he fished there all the time. until they put the HOA in. And they said, "No, we can't
Yep.
do that now."
Well, there are some
It-
laws that if you've been there
They-
before the HOA, the HOA can suck it.
Yes.
You can file for grandfather's or whatever, but if he doesn't live there in that community or a part of the HOA, then yes, they can say you can't fish here no more.
Even though he was there first.
If he was there first and the water was there first before the HOA
Is
started
it-
the property.
Is he a part of that community?
He's been living in that town longer than the HOA was built.
That town, you're saying that town.
Yeah.
The HOA is not its own separate thing. Is it the same community or is he a neighboring community?
Well, it depends on how you think about it, because his was one block, and they started it right next to his property.
Then he is not a part of that. They have every right to say you cannot fish here.
Even though they was there first.
That doesn't matter. It's not his property. He's not a
Yeah,
part of
unless
that
he
community.
physically owned that pond.
Well, the thing is, the pond was there before the community was.
But
Oh, I've heard-
there's property lines.
I've heard good and bad on HOAs.
I think it's just a little bit,
Fucking house.
it's a, pardon my language, it's a dick move, because they don't even use it for fishing. That's the bad part.
Okay.
They're just a waste.
But like here, they have these ponds and stuff inside of HOAs that they don't even put fish in. They don't use it for fishing. Yes, there's probably fish in there, but they have like a lot of skiing communities, and that's what they're doing. So they don't want people fishing in them because they don't want fishing line for somebody to get tangled up.
No,
in.
he doesn't own the pond, Grace. He just used it for like 15 years before the HOA popped up. They bought houses and stuff that were there, tore them down, rebuilt their community, then did that.
Yeah, he had no legal right. I mean, if it was a well on his property and the HOA tried to claim saying that, oh, that's a mine well,
That's different, though.
that's a whole different thing. But the pond, if it wasn't on his direct property line boundaries, then yeah, he's got no claim to it.
Yeah.
They can fill the damn thing in. They can put a parking lot on top of it. He has no say over it.
Well, that kind of sucks, though.
It's just the way these rulings work.
I know, but it's just, I just don't like HOAs in general.
Most of us don't. They're way too damn strict.
Oh yeah.
They draw in the wrong kind of people to be in charge of them.
I've lived in an HOA twice, and majority of the time, I just ignored the fuck out of them.
Well, you stayed under their radar, in other words.
No, I ignored the shit out of them. I basically straight told the HOA president one time, I was like, these are my goddamn weeds. If you don't like it, you can come over here and cut them your damn self. I work 14-hour days. I don't have time to sit out here and cut the weeds. If you don't want weeds, spray my fucking yard. I also told him I wasn't paying no HOA fees because they don't maintain the property.
On the flip side, if he knows somebody in that community, he could ask them permission to go fishing, and if they grant it, he's visiting them, he can fish there.
Yeah, even with that, sometimes a little bit. Those people over there are pissy.
Especially people who are directly on the water.
Yes.
Yeah, whose property supposedly backs up onto that, but technically it's not because your property only goes to like 10 feet to like the shore. So like that 10-foot area around is like gray area. So they don't technically own that spot. Now, with classifications, walking to that 10-foot unrestricted area, gray area, is considered trespassing because you at some point you had to walk through somebody's yard or access right of way.
Even if you had permission from another
If
resident.
you had permission, then
you go through their
It's
property.
not going by what Matt said.
it's
Yeah,
not a
go
problem
ahead.
if you have permission.
You have their permission, but you got to use their property to access.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah, there probably is some good ones, Grace, but they're few and far between.
Now, there is like public lakes and stuff like that. Some of the HOAs and homes butt up to the property. Rule of thumb here in Texas is I think it's 20 feet from the edge is neutral ground.
Yep. Sounds about right. That's what it is. Even with an HOA, if a pond is on your property, technically, unless they physically put the pond or waterway in themselves, then they own the waterways. But if not, if it was naturally occurring and they built property around it, it's like 10, 15 feet from the edge of the water inland is like a gray area.
Now, on public lakes, here's the difference. So, on public lakes, they have a lot of people come in and put bulkheads in. So, at that point, if there's a bulkhead, you cannot walk along the edge of that.
What's a bulkhead? I'm not from there, so I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, Matt. Even that one kind of stumps me a bit.
Where they come in and they put in pylons, drive them down deep, and then they put up a wall and build up dirt to it.
Oh,
Like a jetty?
And the water, it stops the water from encroaching on their land, but it's also a deeper drop off for their boats and stuff like that.
yeah. Okay,
Okay,
now I know
I
what you're
remember-
talking about. So
I didn't
basically,
know what
like
that was
a
called.
border.
Yeah,
We don't have those here, so I didn't know heard of it.
you
No.
probably do. They're just probably called something else.
They probably do. There was a video I saw here on YouTube. Actually, these guys were in the kayaks in the canals down in Florida, and the center of the canals are open, considered public. But this guy was going completely Ken or Karen, whatever you want to call it, on him because he was fishing there in public water out behind his house.
If it's a canal, the canal people can say, "Hey, you can't fish here." The law.
No, it was not a canal, but it was like, what do you call it? The natural occurring waterway.
Like I said, they probably had a bulkhead.
No,
The
it was just a straight bank.
If it is,
But see, they can't mess with them in the water.
Well, this guy was. He called the cops
Yeah.
on him and everything.
yeah, if
They
it
can't do
is
nothing.
navigable
yes,
cold water,
navigable waters.
Yep,
you can technically ride a boat through it.
he was there fishing out of a kayak.
Yep.
And this guy went full ballistic on him.
And they do a
I've
lot of
seen
that
lots
in
of
Louisiana
The
too.
thing is, that's illegal, which is most people don't realize. Just like hunting, you can't do that.
No. Public waters.
You
if it's
can't. What you can't
navigable-
call a law on somebody because they're fishing in public water.
No, you cannot. You're not supposed to interfere. So it's like hunting. You can't interfere with someone hunting on public land.
Fishing is not like hunting. They
Why
can
not?
sit there and yell at you all they want. You can choose to ignore them or
No, they
move
call the
on,
cops on
or
you and that kind of thing.
Well,
the cops can't do nothing.
They can't physically interfere with you.
most places in the U.S., if you have a creek running through a piece of property on both sides, if they can actually take a canoe or a kayak and go down the river, as long as they don't touch the land underneath it, get out and walk it or anything else like that, they're fine. They can navigate it.
And
apparently
there's
people
there's
think-
also certain rivers and creeks that are all across the U.S. that you can walk down the middle of it, and they can't do nothing. You can you have to stay 10 feet from the bank.
There is one exception, and that is if you're near a military base, because technically the military unit
That's
will own
different.
up to, I think it's like 500 yards of the waterway itself, and you're not even allowed to get near that shit before you get like the Coast Guard or a boat patrol being like, hey, you need to get the f- out of here before we arrest your ass.
By the way, that's a great place to go fishing if you're in the military. Just saying. You don't need a license. You just got to go there and just go fish.
Well, most of the military bases around here actually allow the soldiers to hunt the land.
Yep,
Yes.
hunting and fishing is allowed. Yeah.
Yes.
Private civilians are not allowed to get within, I think it's like 100 yards of whatever the border is of where they consider their property line.
Oh yeah.
And
Well,
yes,
and
it's probably
there
the
is some
one
military.
spot.
There is some military bases that are open to the public, and they allow people to come in and fish. They don't allow
You
the
gotta
hunting,
get
but they do.
Yeah.
They do
They
allow
do ask
civilians to
for-
come and fish.
You have to get permits because I had to fill some of those out before.
I don't know
Permits
how
you
that
do
works.
got to get. Sometimes you got to get clearance just to even be on that area.
The permits are part of the whole thing. That way you got to file for it. They got to make sure you're there legally and all that other stuff. That's like the DNR, but the DNR can't even go across them.
Yeah, but let's put it this way: if the DNR can't cross that boundary line, is it smart for your ass to do it as a non-registered unit of? You go
No.
over there, you got one of two options. You either A, you're going to get shot, or B, somebody over there is going to be like, you need to get the hell off the property before you get shot.
Yeah, you would rather deal with the DNR than the SPs.
Jigging with Jordan was doing something. He was magnet fishing near a base, off post, mind you, near a base, and he got kicked away from doing that because he found ordnance.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Yeah, you don't
that
want
should
to
tell you something. He wasn't even on the post. He was away from the post, but he found live ordnance in the water.
That's the one drawback about magnet fishing is you have no idea what the hell you're going to pull out of the water.
But he found explosive rounds.
Yeah, if you're magnet fishing and you see one of those and you pull it up out of the water, put it back in the water immediately. They call the authorities.
Oh, he did.
Most of those people that I see in like the UK, they'll pull those things out. They'll leave them on the shore and they'll call 911 or whatever the appropriate version of that is in their unit or their country. And they won't touch that shit until the bomb squad, even the bomb squads, has to go out there.
I think theirs is 999 over there instead of 911.
Depends on the country. I've seen them in Australia, Britain, like Germany. There's a lot of magnet fishing channels I randomly pop on and I'm just watching.
Ian and I actually did a magnet fishing video once.
I found a fishing rod. That's about the best option I found.
We found a fishing rod.
I found a fishing rod while I was fishing.
It was a Barbie rod, so don't, it's
I think the one I found was a Spider-Man one, like a little kid's one. So the thing's only like 3 feet long entirely.
Hey, you could use that for like ice fishing. You could use it for pretty much anything.
I looked at it this way. That's probably a $25 rod. I got it for free. The old one I spent like $8 to buy a line.
Moose,
what's going on? Nope. That is the same logo. My brain just last week was just, I don't know where the hell I was at. I swear I thought he changed the logo. Matt, my weeks and days and everything, dude, half the time I don't even know where the hell I'm at.
That's why I started going live twice a week. Once on Monday and once on Thursday. So
I can't even do Monday.
There's X amount of days in between each one.
I'm at work all day Monday. Any like videos or whatnot that pops up on Mondays on my feed, I just get rid of it because there's no chance of me watching that shit.
I generally go Tuesday and Thursday, but this Thursday, I just needed a break. I just got to take a break.
Well, and you always go live Sunday too for your video update for your.
I haven't been going live. I've been doing uploads on Sundays. That's the difference. Because these guys here asked me to put up weekly updates. That's when my update is.
Yeah, except for the last one you put up was on a Monday for some reason.
No, I posted it on Sunday. Somehow it posted Monday. Don't ask me how it happened.
I try to have mine set for going out Mondays at noon.
Yeah, mine was a little day late, unfortunately.
I haven't been on that many institutions there, Grace.
Yeah,
I've been
Jason,
on a lot,
what
not
was
that
up with
many.
that?
But since Foxit over here keeps saying, he just ignores everything on Mondays, I think I'm going to change my day. So he ain't got no freaking excuse.
About Saturday
I get to work at 9:30 in the morning, and I don't leave until 9:30 at night.
Mm-hmm.
And then I come home and I water for like 2 hours because
it's hot.
My goddamn plants are out there struggling in the damn heat.
Yeah, I actually watered today.
I will be right back. I'm going to have to go use the restroom.
Yeah, it's almost time for me.
Cole's got a water bush.
I don't know if it still is or not, but it used to be.
I don't even know. My brain just.
Your brain is one to mush.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We got on the weirdest like HOA tangent possible, which
Yeah.
like extended up to like cannot be on military-based property without getting either shot or yelled at by the MPs.
Or disappeared.
Yeah, because if you're technically on base, if they really wanted to, all they got to do is put a mortar inside your whatever your region, and yeah, I don't know what happened to him. We were doing some test firing, and he might have been in range. Who knows?
Wrong place at the right time.
Exactly. Be like, we were out there testing a Vulcan, and yeah, we saw a red mist, and that was it. We don't know. We thought we hit a duck or some, a couple of geese. They ain't gonna go out there and search. They're just gonna be like, well, it's on military property. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. If they ask you to put this blue helmet on, beg for forgiveness.
If I happen on the off chance I goddamn happen to, which by
What
the
up,
way,
Gary?
Hey, Gary.
Gary, what's going
GT.
on?
Hey, man, what's he up? What's he doing up so late tonight?
I know, right? Is it like 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock on his side?
Yeah, he's usually in bed by 9.
Hey, if y'all don't have KR4JGD, go check him out.
It's Saturday, not a weekday.
Yeah, he said forgot what day it was.
Well, to me, it's Wednesday.
Why the hell is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah,
it's Friday. Or
yeah, no.
And I can say it now because the Peanut Brittle Gallery is in the other room. Hey, for all y'all that are fathers out there, happy Father's Day.
Oh, yeah. Happy Father's Day. I almost forgot.
You mean Blueprint Factory Day?
Would be nice if somebody bought something for me and I get a phone call tomorrow. But I don't know if that happened. Matt knows what I'm talking about.
Jason, just out of curiosity, do you own 2 umbrellas?
I got like 4 or 5.
Walk into work tomorrow with 2 umbrellas. Just to fuck with everybody. Just to mess with them.
Oh, I need to.
Actually, you know what?
I triple dog dare you to.
No. Go inside holding one of those 4x4 pop-up like shade tent thingies. Like the easy ups, go in there with a 4x4, one of those, and just walk in the front door. Everyone's gonna be freaking the hell out.
No. I have a golf umbrella. Is what I use.
Oh, you got one of those big ass like 6 foot
Yeah.
Oh, I love those things. What gets me is they sell those damn umbrellas at Home Depot and Lowe's throughout the entire year.
Oh yeah.
You can buy them in December, $5.99. You can buy them in goddamn March, $5.99.
They
And
got
it's
$5.99.
always
The
that
big
distinct-
6-foot umbrellas.
Oh, big ass umbrellas, dude. They're like 4 or 5 feet wide.
I
Yeah, I
need
gotta
to
Huge
check
ass
out
umbrellas
those.
for like
I
7.
think my golf.
The
I think
Home
they're
Depot, the Home Depot over here in town doesn't have them all year round.
Really, dude? I find those things
They
all
sell
the time.
they sell out of them quick.
Whole cardboard section.
Ours has them, but I think they're like $13. For the
I'm good with 13.
standard.
For the standard black and white umbrella.
Yeah.
I usually find those for like, I think max they're like $7.99, $8.99 maybe.
And you know what's funny is they have them right there by the registers,
Yes.
right there by the exit door.
And they're usually right in that giant cardboard display stand. There's usually like 40 goddamn umbrellas in there.
I'm
Which I
talking,
don't
I'm
understand.
talking about the patio umbrella.
Oh, the 6-foot sun umbrella.
Yeah.
No, those things are different. I think the cheapest I've been able to find one is at like Big Lots or someplace like that for like what, $20.
Yeah, like usually
See,
25.
I'm good with $20, but usually around here at the Home Depot, they sell out of them quick. unless I get the one that's pink, and I'm like, no.
Thank you. You and me both. Like, I ain't even gonna touch that shit with a 10-foot pole.
I don't have a problem with pink.
I'm back.
Oh,
I
do.
truly don't. It's just I've seen them with sun hitting them, and they're freaking bright. It doesn't do no good.
Okay, what did I miss?
Umbrella top.
Everything.
You're lucky they don't make those damn things in freaking fluorescent orange. Can you imagine a fluorescent orange?
No, they do.
In the goddamn sun.
They do.
They do.
Fluorescent green.
And they also have a fluorescent green.
Okay,
Fuck that.
a what again?
Umbrella.
Umbrella.
I don't use umbrellas.
An umbrella.
I can help. Umbrella.
A patio umbrella.
I don't even have a patio.
But you're also not going fishing all the time either. So that's what I'm doing.
Everybody is.
Gary, technically on that one, I think we're all winning.
Well, not yet. We don't have our food yet from it.
Right. Well, the whole goal I don't really think was actually to grow food. Now, yes, I'm going to try to keep track of food.
It is. The whole purpose is to grow food and to do it on a cheap budget and do it.
Yeah, it's grow food and grow your channel.
It's basically to grow your channel to get watch hours and views. That was the whole sole purpose.
Who do you think is going to have the first yield of all of us?
Honestly, it depends on what you're growing, but I feel Matt or Jason are going to have the first ones.
I don't know.
What about the potatoes?
My purple Cherokee purples are 12
Yeah,
to
he's
13 inches tall already.
That's the tomatoes, right?
Yeah.
Well, my tomatoes are only like 3 weeks old, if that.
Yeah, Matt was also the first one to start planting because he was the one that initialized the channel.
I planted first. I planted the yellow pear tomatoes.
Yeah, you've had to
and they practically died, and now they're growing back again. So the last thing that I planted is actually the tallest.
Wow.
So
sometimes it works that way.
But I'm feeding them on at least twice a week, sometimes 3. And when I feed them, I water them, and then that's all I do, unless nature provides them more water. So, but I'm keeping them on a schedule, and I'm just using plain garden soil. I'm not using no fancy soils or none of that.
That's what I'm using. I'm just using that expert gardener stuff from Walmart.
I apologize that both me and that guy down there decided we wanted to make our own soil.
Yeah.
Technically, I made my own too because I took it out of my raised bed that I've been working on for the last 2 years.
So you grew that soil for 2 years.
But like I said, that might come in handy in about 3 or 4 months.
I topped it. I topped it off with just straight garden soil from Walmart. It wasn't the fancy Miracle Grow. It wasn't none of that. It was just garden soil, garden variety soil.
What was that?
In here. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, some of us have better luck either making our dirt or just kind of revitalizing the stuff that we have growing. I still have 3 planter beds that I have to completely revitalize, and I can't do it because I still have random crops from last year.
There you go.
And I am trying to get them as big as possible before I yoink them out of the ground. I also have to rebuild or repair 2 garden beds because the wood has gotten to the point where it is no longer viable to hold together. So I got to figure out either longer screws or yank out the screws that are in there because they rusted through because I did not use freaking galvanized screws or deck screws when I did it the first time.
I did see something today that I was, when Jenny went to a new place to go get coffee called Boutique. They had these corrugated oblong planter boxes, but they used the 2 foot by 2 foot grow bags inside them, 2 of them side by side, instead of just planting directly in them.
And that works up until the point where the grow bag actually starts to disintegrate due to decomposition.
So that's what they did, though.
I've seen people build a raised bed and throw a bag of soil in it and cut a couple holes and put the plants in.
I've seen that. I've seen the people do that. Potatoes mainly is what I've seen people do that with.
Coach does that.
Yeah. Just like I said, the only point I've really seen that done was potatoes.
He's done it with basil, lettuce. Fuck. I know. Garden State Gardener, he's done that a lot. He just grabs the bags and he'll just go like cut an X where he wants to put a plant. He'll stick the plant in there and just grow it literally inside the bag.
You just called him by both names.
Yes, Coach and Garden State Gardener.
I know who you're talking about.
Well, that's why I said Garden State Gardener for those who don't know his actual channel name.
Yeah.
No, I know him as Joe.
Yeah, I know that
I know
name
him as
too.
Joe as well.
He is the average Joe.
Not so
Colin,
average Joe.
Apparently, Gary wants to either get your attention or ask you a random question.
No. I said, hey, Gary. He said, hey, Colin, brother.
Gotcha.
He's acknowledging that I said, hey.
Is the Yagi antenna actually any good? Or is that just kind of like is that like the high spectrum of freaking antennas, or is that like the low end?
That's ham radio stuff. I don't know that one.
Yeah, I figured that was ham radio. Now, I'm not a licensed operator.
My dad was, but I'm not.
I wouldn't exactly say that's my forte. If absolutely necessary, I could use one, but to be honest, I don't have access to one. So
There's all those ones people get off of like Timu and all that stuff. They were like really, really cheap. That people, the Biofang ones.
no, what I find okay, so I run across these guys all the time on either like YouTube channels or like Instagram, and they have these weird setups that you basically just have the box unit, you need power, but they use random items as like antennas. I've seen dudes use like gutter systems on like the side of a shed, ladders, anything that's like scaffolding, and they just freaking gorilla clip or alligator clip onto that, and they plug in, they turn the power on, and they're like, hey, yeah, I'm broadcasting off the side of a freaking shed using the gutter system. They just clip it on there because the gutters are technically metal.
My dad talked to somebody once off a ship in the ocean, one of the Navy vessels.
You can if you have the right frequency.
Well,
He was not doing it legally because he wasn't a radio ship's operator.
No, well, I mean, Sean technically used to talk about this a lot on his channel too, where you could get their antenna towers. You basically just get like a bunch of metal poles and you stick them in the ground. You wire them all up and you just clip on one of them. And you basically have an antenna relay.
Right. I heard about somebody who actually ran a wire up a kite once for
Yes.
an emergency with an emergency one.
It is, yes, you can do that if you have the right kind of wire. Now, speaker wired probably be the best because it's more flexible than a lot of the other stuff. You can also do it with cable. If you have a lightweight cable, like your picture frame cable, if you get a spool of picture frame cable, snag that up to a kite along with the string, because the cable, you might have issues with that. That's basically an antenna that's 100 feet in the air.
Okay, I'm gonna make a correction on what I said. I think I meant to say it was like a weather balloon setup.
You can do that too. So on that note, the best one you're going to use is, we all know these, is those punch
Be safe,
balloons.
Deb. Sorry.
Night, Deb. Be safe. Have a good one. So, again, on that note, you remember all those punch balloons, right? They used to be like the 2-3 foot balloon that had that giant rubber band on there, and you fill that up. You fill one of them suckers with helium and you tie it off and then run a cable up that. And again, picture frame wire is going to be probably your best option. It's flexible, it's lightweight, and it's extremely durable. Using something like that would give you your best option for like weather balloon style antenna array.
You can also just drop that thing right in the ocean too, and you got a big antenna.
Yes, and I would have to say no on that one.
Yes.
Okay, according to when I just looked up, you don't run the wire as the holder of the weather balloon, but use it as a tether for the wire.
Yes. So you run your standard line, but then you'd have your wire framing work up there. So you basically have two connections to the balloon.
Yeah, you use it says a braided Dacron, Kevlar, or heavy duty fishing line.
I would
Not
say
something non-conductive. Anything non-conductive.
well, yeah, you need your non-conductive, but then you'd also need your conductive wire, which is the wire that's going to pull your signal, or basically be your amplifier or your antenna.
Right. I'm not sure what. Actually, I'm kind of curious what kind of wire because you mentioned speaker wire.
Speaker wire would work, but here's the thing with speaker wire. You have to strip it in order to make it useful, because in the protective sleeve...
Hey, there's no stripping on YouTube.
Yes, there is.
It depends on what channel you're on. But speaker wire, when it's in the plastic casing, is non-conductive, so even if you had that up 200 feet in the air, you ain't going to get shit for signal because of the outer casing. You would have to sleeve it entirely and just have the speaker wire.
Okay, they said a silicone-coated stranded wire works. Copper-clad steel.
Have a good one, Deb.
Night,
Magnet
Deb.
wire, whatever that is.
Well,
So
you can also use the stainless steel cable that they use for our shock fence.
as long as the balloon can pick it up, because those things get heavy.
It's 20 gauge steel.
Shit, you just walk up to a side property where they have the freaking barbed wire fence. You just clip onto that damn thing. That shit goes for freaking miles around the property. That's your whole ass antenna.
That's true.
I mean, that's all. I mean, if I absolutely needed to, I could hook to my wire fence. I could go across the street, clip onto the neighbor's. Well, technically it's the city property now, but I can clip onto that fence. That fence is huge. Everyone around here, most of us have chain link fences. So, like, I can connect to my property, my neighbor's property. That's basically just a giant ass receiver antenna as long as I've got the connector or the alligator clip to connect it.
I'm trying to see if that works. What you just suggested there, Cliff.
Shit.
Yep.
Chain link fence will work, dude. All you got to do, if you have 40 feet of chain link fence, you just lay that shit on your floor and connect your connector or your alligator clip to that. That 40 feet of chain link fence at 4 to 6 feet wide, huge antenna relay, essentially. Like, I don't know if anybody...
Barbed wire works better than chain link fence, though, Cliff.
Huh?
The barbed wire works better than the chain link.
Chain link will work. So with chain link, in order to get it to work, you have to technically have it under tension so that every section of that chain link is actually physically touching. Because when chain link is not under tension, each section is not necessarily touching itself.
Oh, no, because the main reason is because it's grounded more than barbed wire is. I have no ground on my chain.
Technically, the barbed wire is more grounded than the chain link.
Well, that's not what it says here. So I'm just going by I'm just reading what it says. So bear with me here.
But now on chain link, they use metal posts to put them in the ground.
That's probably why they're grounded. Then.
Right. No, you just take one of those boosters that you plug into the wall for your coax cable, and just throw the whole cable and box up into a tree. You got an antenna.
Now, Jason, I'll throw you a better one. You get a 5-foot by 16-foot piece of cattle panel and you just clip onto that bastard.
Oh yeah,
that's your whole.
Just go to your big box store and buy you a chain link gate and hang it from the tree.
You could, like I said, again, chain link only works when it's under tension, because when it's not under tension, those pieces are not necessarily always touching each other.
Reinforce it with zip ties
and duct tape.
Or imagine having to run like 300 zip ties just to keep your chain link under tension. You would actually be better off, honestly, buying an entire roll of chicken wire and just running that out across the side of your property and just clipping onto that.
Well, it says if you with the right conditions, you can reach 550 to 500 miles with the barbed wire fence.
Yes, but is that on a wood post barbed wire fence or T-post?
Let me find out.
Because if you're using T-post, that's the same thing as grounding it with the regular fence post for chain link.
I got one better. You take that 6-foot umbrella
It's got to be wood.
and you put aluminum foil on the inside of it.
A metal T-post one won't work. Considered grounds it out.
Yep. And with the grounding rod as your directional instead of the wooden handle.
Baling wire will work too, but you have to stretch that out to an extent. Now, we'll say if you have a roll of baling wire and you have, we'll say it's not really grounded, but you have 2 railroad ties that are roughly 8 to 10 feet apart. You run that constantly around the whole way until you run out, clip the end of it. Yeah, that's your whole antenna in between that 10-foot span. Could by technical rights be 300 feet of antenna in a 10-foot space? Would still work. But again, for me personally, I have a steel roof. All I got to do is run. I don't even need a ladder. I can just grab a step stool, clip that onto the edge of the roof, and that's 40 feet by, or sorry, not it's like 22 feet by 30 feet or 40 feet. Yeah, 22 by 40. That's my whole antenna, and that's a flat antenna.
Metal flagpoles, they said, is supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, good luck finding a metal flagpole. Most of them are made out of freaking cast aluminum. Aluminum is a shit conductor.
Not according to lightning.
Well, yeah, according to lightning. But
Depends.
again, that's because
straight?
that damn thing's like 40 feet in the air. So yeah, lightning's going to hit it first because it's a tall goddamn thing.
Is it straight aluminum cast or is it recycled aluminum cast?
I almost want to say like pot metal aluminum cast, so probably like aluminum castings from aluminum castings.
It'll probably have a lot of zinc.
Actually, it says it's an excellent electrical conductor, so it would work.
Yeah, it's crap.
Yeah, I would a spool of goddamn copper wire over a freaking flagpole.
The metal gutters will work better.
Shit, you're better off using a goddamn street lamp.
Why don't you all just go get a freaking the ground bar and use it as the antenna? By the time you get through buying all this other stuff and doing all these other things and getting the things to do this other one, it's cheaper.
Now, I probably have like 80 foot worth of rebar. All I got to do is just kind of stick them on the ground, run that wire across all of them, and then that's my whole ass antenna.
Yeah. And a lot more work. Just go buy the copper rod.
Yeah. Next thing you know, he'll be up there like Alaska at the DARPA.
I got copper rods too. Shit, the amount of freaking steel rods and steel poles, like not I-beams, but like angle iron that I have on my property for random projects. Bro, my entire yard could be a massive antenna array.
It's a good thing I'm not your neighbor.
Why, you used to be trying to steal all my goddamn metal?
Yep, I'd be making stuff out of it.
Bro, I probably got like $600-800. I probably have $1,000 worth of just scrap metal on my property.
You're not mad
over there in the back corner, I have a 15-foot 2x2 freaking hollow square post. And then on top of that, I've got the damn fence right like on the south side of the property, like right against my neighbor's fence, where my dad's doing the rock wall. That whole goddamn thing is nothing more than a giant ass antenna. If I got one of those systems. I could plug right into that damn thing. Yes, thank you, antenna coil. Gary wants to know how the knee is. Give me a second, gentlemen. I got to go water a bush.
If you put two of them next together, you got to touch the coil.
Only if you run power through.
It's it buckles on like once or twice a week, if not more, depending on the day, on average, which is why I have trouble walking. I have to wear a knee brace, compression sleeve, and use a cane every day. And if I can't sleep flat out anymore, unfortunately, it sucks. But other than that, I'm okay. I live with it.
All right, when he gets back, I'm gonna say goodnight to everyone. So,
well, good night to you and Molly then.
Yes.
Jason.
Yes. So good night, everyone that's here in the chat. Had a wonderful chat with everybody. Hope everybody has a nice, safe week. Please be careful out there. And I'm stalling until Cliff gets back.
By the way, just for those people who are interested, there is a kite method for the antenna things called soda beams, anti-leaf emergency antenna kit.
The military uses balloons all the time.
Yeah, but this is just an emergency kite version, and it's only $89.99 on dxengineering.com.
Why don't you just get you a bottle of Happy Gas and some big ass balloons, and there you go.
Because people,
Good night, Cecilia.
People monitor
I am
those
going
gas
good night.
balloons.
Yeah, I'm going to go a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to be freaking done on this one because I'm almost at 3 hours. I wasn't expecting to go 3 hours, but we've had a rather interesting night tonight.
Anyways, I'm saying good night
Yeah,
now,
'cause
everybody. Have a
Night, Jason. Night, Molly.
Salaparat, and good night, please.
Peace,
Love you guys.
And I'm going to go ahead and say good night to everyone now.
Couldn't even make another 8 more minutes, you turds, fast.
Oh, I'm just saying good night because in about 8 minutes I'm going to be off of here, and I'm either going to be watching a show with my wife, or
I was gonna. If you're watching a show with somebody else's wife, ooh, we gonna have some words.
We're not going to hear from him. We're not going to hear from Matt for a while.
Yeah, Peanut Gallery gonna beat his ass.
No, Cliff, I just looked up the kite method of those antenna deals. Found one for $89.99. It's got a dedicated kite setup.
On that method, does anybody remember DS9?
Yes.
Or also known as Sequest?
Yes. Those are two different things. DS9 and
No,
Sequest.
Sequest DS9 is the
Oh
same.
yeah, okay.
Shit.
Yeah, okay, that's a deep submersible 9 or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. So remember when he got stranded on the life raft and he was using it was like 8 or 10 potato chip bags because they had the foil lining on there, and he ran that up to like the distress beacon.
Yeah.
And because of that, they were able to find him because it was like 40 feet of technically aluminum foil, which again, cinematics for TV.
They don't use aluminum foil for that anymore, but that's okay.
It would. I mean. It's the lining of the bag. It's essentially Mylar, which technically is basically plastic with a thin layer of like spray-coated aluminum on it.
Right.
Would theoretically, yes, it would conduct a signal. But again, TV
so in other
cinematic.
words, if you're going off grid, get rid of your potato chip bags so they can't find you.
No, you need damn potato chip bags. It keeps them from finding you. Because you can stick your phone in a potato chip bag. It's basically an RFID blocker.
I'm not sticking my phone inside of no freaking chip bag.
Wash it out. It's literally a freaking Faraday cage.
I just carry aluminum foil in my pocket, in my wallet.
Do you really carry foil in your pocket?
No.
Yeah, I was about to say, you ain't me. I also don't carry aluminum foil in my pocket, but,
Says the person who's got a foil hat in his room.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Just because I have a foil hat, don't mean I walk
Notice he
around
does
with
this whole number of looking right at it before he says that.
Yeah, I don't know what the freaking talking about. I don't think Matt has seen my foil hat, has he?
Actually, it looks pretty decent.
I got here. Amanda's not here, but I'll do it anyway.
See, I figured we'd get him to show the proof.
My motherfucking foil fez hat, bitches.
You put a tassel in the middle.
I really. Do you want me to do it out of foil?
Yep.
Or do you want me to do one of those? Hold on. You want me to get one of those like little propeller spinners? I think the propeller spinner just mounted to the center would be even funnier.
I think Jason's got a cowboy hat.
Aluminum Shriner's hat.
Yeah, I think Jason's got a cowboy hat he made.
Yeah, Jason did his as a cowboy hat. I just had whatever I had on hand.
I had one, but it didn't survive.
Mine is still in one piece. Although wearing this thing, Matt, it's like being stuck in a microwave. It gets fucking hot.
That means your telepathic thoughts are being bounced back into your own head.
I'm keeping my thoughts protected from both the government and aliens, but at the same time, I'm cooking my head like it's a potato.
And a certain redhead. And a certain redhead.
That's what she can't.
I guess I'm just gonna have to make me one, but mine's gonna have to look like an armadillo.
Well, that'd be interesting.
That would be absolutely freaking hilarious.
It would.
I am now at this point. I am now challenging Matt for next week to have an armadillo style foil.
Oh, it won't be next week.
No, it ain't gonna be next week.
No.
As soon as possible, or probable.
Or Zaz will have it tomorrow. Watch, he's gonna be bored.
No, but if I get bored, I can start making it.
The peanut brittle gallery is gonna be like, "Why are you using all my aluminum foil? Mind your business, woman."
You can get really thick aluminum foil for that too, right?
Say what?
The really heavy duty aluminum foil, that would be best with something like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think the foil I have here is the heavy duty foil.
I may have to go pound.
Yeah, roll of that shit weighs like 6-7 pounds. Heavy as hell.
I may just have to make mine just out of aluminum stock. Hammer it out.
True aluminum, not foil.
He's gonna do a cast aluminum armadillo hat.
I'm not gonna do no casting. I just said I'm gonna hammer it out. You don't have to heat it up. You just gotta run it through the fire and hammer. Run it through the fire and hammer.
No, wait. Hold on. Did he just say he's not gonna heat it up, but then tells me he's gonna run it through the fire and hammer it out?
Yes.
Is that the same damn thing as heating it up?
No.
Yeah, the fuck it's not.
Isn't okay.
He's not
heating up
hammering.
Metal to work gets red hot. That's heating it up.
Yeah, you still gotta get red hot.
Aluminum, you cannot get it red hot because it'll melt. So when I'm saying you're running it by the fire, you're just loosening that outer scale.
She's gonna be over there with a freaking.
That should be a video on itself when you do something like that, because no one's ever done one that I
hate doing aluminum.
The aluminum sucks to work with.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that it's
messy.
Ass.
It's messy because it's almost like you get a soot out of it all over you. It gets all over your clothes, and once it's there, you might as well throw it away.
Like a slag almost.
That's why I feel when I'm using it.
Reminds me of like a grainy dust. That just
aluminum powder sucks.
No, it's like the same thing when you're out there using a freaking grinding wheel on a grinder, and you get that like the slag gets into your shirt. You're like, you might as well just throw your damn shirt away because you ain't getting that out no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Which is now why I understand a lot of these guys wear like the jean
leather.
or like the denim cloth the hell of aprons, or they're out there with like
leather aprons.
That stuff will stick to that is all you want. You're not wasting a damn shirt. Yeah, you pay $200 for that, but
it won't stick to it, but it changes the color.
Yeah. Well, it'll darken it eventually. But yeah, I've done that with a shirt, and I'm like, no, I washed the shirt and I put it on. I'm like, this thing still feels like prickly. And I was just like, I threw my whole ass shirt in the trash. I was like, I ain't wearing that shit again.
Matt, quick question. This is for Ian, and my sake anyway. What kind of setup? You said you have a propane port set up.
Mhm.
What kind of anvil do you use?
One that I found a very long time ago and was given to me by a friend.
It's a vintage one then, not a
I
modern one.
I don't even know what the name of it is.
Okay.
That's probably
Yeah.
solid steel.
Most of them are the good ones are huge.
hmm But a friend of mine back in like 2020, no, 2010, had it outside of his garage that on a piece of property that he had just bought. And he's like, "Hey, you want that? Take it. I'm tired of it. It's in the way. I need to move it." And he didn't do that type of stuff. And so I brought it home. And then I ended up giving it to my dad. And then my dad gave it back to me. He's like, "It's too big."
Did you
So
resurface
then I
it
started using it.
or just clean it up?
I more or less just cleaned it up, cleaned the top of it up. I didn't worry about the rest of it. I just been using it like it is.
Well, usually it was a lot of people. If it's not level, they have to either put a new
Resurface
plate
it with a
down,
grinder or sander.
or no, they can put a new plate on if necessary, but that's like extreme.
Uh, I can take it. There's a place that's not far from here that I can take it and have it resurfaced. And they'll come in and they'll basically put a form around it and weld in any of the gaps that need to be welded in, and then they'll run it through a machine
Yeah,
and get it perfect level and square.
I've seen people do that. It's interesting. I've got a tiny little anvil about
That's
that
a
big,
huge process, though, getting that thing completely resurfaced with a surface.
but it's necessary sometimes.
It's a machine.
Well, I know, but
But
it's still a process.
here's the thing, though. When they do that, you're going to have sharp edges, and I have sharp edges on mine. But if you pay attention, like in my videos, I'll probably do another video on it real soon. A lot of my edges are round because I use them and I need them to be rounded.
Well, you can do the same thing with a grinder wheel, with like a 80 grit grinder wheel. You just run that on there and just kind of run it, back and forth on there.
And then that's the thing. If you're using it for certain things, yes, it has to be perfectly flat and square, or relatively close. But with the stuff
Right.
that I do, it doesn't have to be because I'm making my own stuff. I make
Yeah.
the metal move the way I want it to.
Oh, you're
Not
gonna make the metal move no
necessarily.
matter what because you're strong like that.
But for horseshoes and stuff like that, you have to have, when you're making those, you have to have them sharp edges. You have to have that flat surface because you're
Well,
back
yeah,
and forth.
I can understand the
it has to
flat
be-
surface on the main top of it, but like the edges of that, you don't need those 100% like 90-degree
Yes,
spine.
yes, you do because you got to
Really?
put the toes and stuff on the horseshoe.
Yeah, that's a little lip at the end.
And that's where you start. You come from the opposite side and you push that horseshoe across it and you start hammering it, and it creates a dent in that flat spot. When it breaks over that flat spot, it keeps a curve there so you know where to work it from.
Okay. See, I'm not a
The only reason I
farrier
know
and
that
I'm
is we
also
had
not a
horses when I was a
blacksmith.
kid. Sorry.
And we used to be able to get coal here easy, and it wasn't expensive. Even though most of it was imported, it wasn't expensive. But in the last 20 years, it's been crazy.
Matt, technically you can make your own, right?
Yes, but then I have to have that wood, and then I have to have everything to do it with.
Yeah, you have to have the clay bake oven that you basically light
You
on
don't
fire
even
and
you
seal
don't
up.
even need that. I can take a 55-gallon drum that has the pop off lid
Yep, that'll work
with the
too.
thing, and punch holes in it, and basically stuff it full of wood and put it over a fire and just rotate it. But
Yeah,
the hassle of it, that's why I was like, forget it. I'll get a gas forge. And the fact of the matter is well, it's easier to get started. It's easier to maintain, and progressively working forward, you're working smarter and,
you
less
really don't
work,
have to worry about
more
the soot buildup either.
What are you talking? Well, when I'm doing forge welding and stuff like that, I use the soot. So I have to be creative with that. And I do keep some charcoal that I will put in on certain metals to burn.
I mean, does it now? Again, like I said, I'm not a farrier and I'm not a blacksmith. Can you use the standard charcoal you would use for like a barbecue pit or
Yeah.
like a barbecue grill? Can you
Yeah,
use that and
can.
will it work?
You can, and it works, but it's not. It's going to
Ideal.
burn faster and hotter.
I kept my friend Grey Wolf, the guy who married my wife and I. He was a blacksmith. He used cowboy lump charcoal,
Hmm.
and that worked really, really well.
Yep.
But he went through a lot of it. That was the only issue. But then again, he did it at fairs and such, so that wasn't much of an issue. And he used like a little farrier forge setup.
Yeah.
So,
But then
perfect.
on the flip side, though, if you're making your own, you still have all that time that you make it, and one wrong move and you got to start all over.
You just say it's pretty much the same process as like making char cloth, right?
Kinda.
Kind of, sort of, not. I don't know.
Well, because you basically you kind of light it on fire technically, and then you kind of when it's hot you smother it and then just let it basically cook itself.
You use green wood.
Okay, that was the aspect I did not know about.
Yep.
I've seen people make charcoal in the bush where they make the like clay ovens, stick everything in there, cover the top of it, light it on fire, and then when it's hot enough they seal it and just let it cook. I didn't know they used green wood in order to do it.
You don't have to use green wood, but green wood does burn better. As far as once you've got the charcoal, it's gonna have it's more of a slower burn.
It lasts longer once it's made.
Okay, that makes sense. All right.
Yeah, like I said, my friend Grey Wolf, he used cowboy lump charcoal a lot, and it worked amazingly well for what he was doing. But he wasn't doing farrier work; he was doing like artistical type stuff.
Yeah, see, that's basically what I'm doing too. But instead of using charcoal, I just use propane.
Some people do that because it's easier for them to get the propane than it is try to get lump charcoal all the time.
It's cheaper. It cost me $30 to fill my.
And it's also
tank.
cleaner. That's another one. It's a cleaner.
But then also whenever I'm doing like finishing touches on stuff, like I don't shellac any of my metal. I use beeswax, and what I do is I'll take the metal and hold it in my tongs and run it in the fire, fly by fire, whatever you want to call it. It's not heating it up. It's just putting a temperature there, and then I'll apply the wax.
Now, what's your quenching process?
He had a bucket. My friend Grey Wolf, he used a bucket of beeswax. He just dunked it in.
Well, it also depends on what you're making too. Like horseshoes and stuff like that, then small trinket stuff, yes. But like when I'm doing my barbecue forks and stuff, I'm heating each piece individually and just working my way down. And most of the time I use just a little hand torch.
That's cool though. It's cool that you know how to do that, Matt, though.
And if I'm doing forks, then I'm not using beeswax, I'm using canola oil. And it's just a process of heating it up, applying, heating it up, applying until you get the color. And then you just treat it just like you do your cast iron.
So it's like a regular oil quench type setup.
It's not quenched. It's not hardened.
Oh, okay.
It's basically heating the metal up enough to where it absorbs the oil. The deeper it gets, at a point you'll start seeing the color change, and then it'll stay that color.
Okay, is your shop like my friend Mark Grey Wolf? He had his shop dark where you could see the colors.
I do a lot of. If I do knives and stuff, yes.
Okay, I was wondering about
and
that.
then,
A lot of people
but
forget.
then
You got to be able to see it.
I'm quenching it, and I have my own mixture of oils that I quench in.
Okay.
I could do the water, but
that's
well, you can have catastrophic failure with your blades, and water will make it blow up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could possibly have the same aspect with oil, but because it's a thicker liquid and doesn't necessarily heat up as fast.
Oil, you heat it up before you put it in there.
You can't put it in cold.
Where water, you can't heat it up. You could, but it ain't gonna do no good.
Oh no, because if you have warm water and you put a blade that's bright orange in there, that shit's just gonna boil and not do shit.
My Grey Wolf, he used what's he called it, diesel oil or something like that.
Diesel oil is a good one because it has a high ass burning point.
I use canola oil, vegetable oil, and peanut oil as a mixture.
How often do you actually have to mix the mixture in order to get it to where it's not separated? Because I know for a fact that those 3 oils will separate on their own.
Yes, but I'm using it in the sense of I'm heating it up. Once it's heated up, it all pretty much mixes.
Okay, yeah. When it's warm, they blend together. Cold, they separate.
Each one has a different heating temperature, heating point.
Yes.
And once it hits that point, it starts pushing the others to meet theirs. And once they're all, you can kind of, because you'll see the colors will change. It'll almost be like looking through a yellow sheet.
Well, no, you get that lava lamp aspect where once it starts getting hot, then they start moving around, circulating themselves.
So basically, and when you see the color change, you can run the temperature gun over there. I prefer mine to be about 200 degrees. Because
how do you heat yours up?
I take a piece of metal and put it in the fire and get it red hot and drop it in there, and then I'll wait. And if it's not changing fast enough, I have another piece that I'll heat up and drop in there.
He used to put his on top of the forge, let it heat up that way.
I have done that too, but the thing that I'm using to quench in now is bigger than the forge.
Well,
so
his was just a big giant metal bucket, so that's the way he did it. So
basically what you're saying, Matt, is in order to heat your mixture, you're essentially quenching whatever the hell you have red hot and you're shoving in there?
Mm-hmm. I have 2 of the big nails, the big spikes, the tall ones, they're about this big around. Sometimes I've used railroad spikes that I've cut in half and used for different things. And then I have, and yes, it is essentially, it's quenching it. It is. But the simple fact is you can take that back out.
Yeah, I was going to say there's nothing saying that once you quench it, you can't use it again.
Yeah, just before and you're going to heat it up in the forge before you start hammering on it anyway. So, and that's essentially taking it back out.
Yeah.
And once you have your knife quenched and stuff, the colors you're looking for a bronze color across the blade. It polishes out when you polish them, but that bronze color, you can follow it.
You're using.
You'll have different shades in there, and you'll even have a little bit of blues in there too. But if it's going all the way across the blade and you can see it going across the blade, that means there's no cracks.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
So,
good thing I'm not colorblind. That would be really sucky if you couldn't see colors.
Oh my god. What's not to say that there haven't been throughout the decades history of freaking humanity forging? There have not been colorblind.
Who knows? It's a probability. No, I was going to ask Matt what was the biggest item he's ever made. Was it tool-wise or whatever?
His daughter.
Ha ha ha.
Wow, chicka wow wow. I'm just saying.
He technically did forge her. That's a whole different thing.
I got him stumped on that one.
No, I just probably the sword.
I would love to see it sometime when you have a chance. But that's about it.
I don't have it no more.
Oh, that's too bad. No pictures or anything?
Mm-mm.
That sucks.
Probably a custom job for a buddy or somebody.
For my younger brother's birthday, he wanted a certain sword and nobody could afford it, and I was like, "Just find out if I can make one."
Does he still have it?
I'm sure he does.
Okay, it's like I said, I just started to see how. I mean, I've known a lot of blacksmiths who
It's
made
a
weaponry, so
Specialized handmade gift. Who the hell would get rid of that?
someone who decided that, oh, this looks cool, I'm gonna steal it, kind of people.
Yeah, well. I'm
I've had
pretty
it
sure
happen.
his family's not your family.
Last time I checked, he kept it in his gun safe.
Well, that's a good place to keep it then.
There you go.
That means he treasures it.
Yeah.
And if the world decided to go to crap, he's got a backup weapon.
But his wife tried to get him to get rid. He got rid of most of the other ones. His wife made him, and she's like, "You got to get rid of that one too." And he said, "I'll get rid of you first."
What'd she say then?
She said, "I don't know why." And she's like, he told her, he's like, "My brother made that for me. It's not going nowhere."
What'd she say then?
And she shut up and left.
Yeah. Makes sense. But all right, gentlemen, we are way past when we should have been stopped. But
Hey, it was a
again,
good
interesting
conversation.
conversations. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming up. Matt, Colin,
Thank you for having me up here.
Gary, Cecilia, Jason, Molly, everyone else that showed up.
Rob on the Road was in for a half a second.
Night, Molly.
Night, oh, she's already long asleep. Pretty
He was
sure.
gone along.
Although then again, Molly does tend to lurk sometimes after Jason's gone to bed. But
That's
thank
true.
you guys for popping up here. Be well, be safe. Good night, Grace. Thank you for coming in as always. Catch you gentlemen on the next one. Matt, anything from you? You got that?
See you Thursday night.
I'll be doing my little short about my plants tomorrow.
Yep.
So
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, be well, be safe. This is going to be Fox Outdoors and fellow company signing off. Be well, be safe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.